This is the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, former TNA X Division champion and former TNA World Tag Team champion, and you are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast. Enjoy.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 88 of the TNA Across the Line podcast. I am Colling Jr. And with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. Dallas, last week we found out that Chris Harris is, in fact, not ready to be the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. That is because it took Jeff Jarrett basically an army of people and weapons to finally put him down for the 3 count. So will Chris Harris ever get another opportunity? Who possibly knows? But this week, we begin yet another tournament. No, it's not the X Cup. No, it's for the vacant NWA World Tag Team Championships because Abyss and AJ Styles simply could not get along. What a shocking development. We've got a returning Sin and Slash tonight. And there's also a handful of other tag teams that I don't even know if we technically know who's in it yet. But Dallas, how excited are you for another tournament in the NWA-TNA?
Well, Bob, not only is it another tournament, it's another tag team tournament. And let's just say this. I think if you've been listening for, we'll say since day one, I think it's safe to say that TNA's tag team tournaments generally are not good. No. Even going back to pay-per-view number 3, I would still argue it was one of the most boring shows we have watched as an entire show on this podcast. I just remember it being awful. And it was the tag team title tournament. And we're back for a tag team title tournament. Now, we also had like the Anarchy Asylum tournament where they like mixed up the teams, which was going on at the same time as the Hard 10 tournament. So then we were getting double tournaments every week. So it's been a lot. But then we got the America's X Cups. We had the regular Super X Cup last year. We've already gone through 2 X Cups this year, and, well, there might be more. So it's a lot. It's very overwhelming. But, hey, the new church is back, which is funny because Raven just said last week how he got rid of them.
Yeah, it's a weird continuity thing there where he ran them out of town and then they came back. I'm sure that means Vampiro will probably return as well.
He must. We also do know, Bob, that Amazing Red is making his return tonight.
Oh, that's right.
Which is, I think, actually probably the most exciting thing that we got announced. But besides that, we don't know, I think, any matches necessarily. But, sometimes that's a little more fun. Sometimes it's fun to go through the surprise of what are they going to give us? Is it going to be good or is it going to be a shit show? I don't know.
Well, kind of going into this blind, would you do you think you'd find yourself tuning in if going into it you only knew that there was a tag team title tournament and Amazing Red returning?
No, probably not, because I feel like the only actual team they were like they're going to be in it was the New Church coming back. And listen, I like the New Church, but I think at this point they've ran their course. They have got new members so many other times. We were at the last iteration of Sin and Slash, which wasn't bad, by the way. But I'm just like, I think I'm over it. I think I really like them. If they kind of used them more and they were still hanging around, I'd probably be more excited about that. But they're like, yeah, Sin and Slash are coming back. It's like, I think it'd be cooler to see. Mind you, I don't know who before you ask me, but like a cool surprise team that we wouldn't expect, even just for the one night or something. I think that'd be more fun, but I don't know. So I guess to answer your question, I don't think I would. I think last week's show was, which we ended up liking. It was a lot of fun, and I think this week is definitely a breather week. It's like, okay, I'm gonna, maybe I should save my $10. Maybe I should.
Yeah, last week felt like the one big show of the month that they've kind of been
Right.
kind of gearing towards for the fans. So yeah, I think that's kind of what they're aiming for, and this is at the beginning of the build again towards the big show of the month for April, if I had to guess.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so too. So I don't know. I always try to be optimistic with these, and then I let myself down. I think that seems to be the better way to look at it. And so maybe this will be the best tag team title tournament. You never know. You never know. Honestly, they do have some decent teams in the company. Not as much as I feel like they should have. And of course, is America's Most Wanted going to be in this? I feel like they probably should, but after Harris's loss this week, he's probably not going to be. Because why would you do that? But like they're arguably their best team, and they're probably not going to be in it either. I guess you could bring back the Harris brothers. We love them.
Ron and Don.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
I know. I'm just joking.
Yeah, but let's not try to talk that into existence.
Right.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, last week's show, March 17th. Usually Dallas does the rundown, but you know what? I'll do it this time.
Do it, man. Let's go through it.
We saw Kazarian defeating Elix Skipper in the opening match. Mountie Brown with his in-ring return, defeating Chris Vaughn. James Storm was victorious over Shane Douglas. In a Rumble for the Rank Battle Royal, which was really a gauntlet match of sorts, Ron Killings won it. He defeated D'Lo Brown, David Young, Glenn Gilberti, Johnny Swinger, Kid Cash, Conan, Michael Shane, Simon Diamond, and Sonny Siaki. Now, the order of ranking from first to the winner would be David Young, D'Lo Brown, Sonny Siaki, Kid Cash, Conan, Gilberti, Diamond, Swinger, Michael Shane. So in order of title shots, if that's how we're interpreting this, means that Michael Shane would get the next shot after Ron Killings.
Yeah.
But that's not ever going to happen.
No, these ranking things, they don't ever pan out.
No. There was a NWA World Heavyweight Title #1 contendership ladder match where Abyss defeated AJ Styles. And then, of course, the main event for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Jarrett successfully defended against the Wildcat, Chris Harris. So Jeff Jarrett is still, in fact, the world champion. Chris Harris is probably going to have to go back to proving himself to get another opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, probably. So, not a bad show last week. Like I said, Bob, you and I, we liked it. We gave it thumbs up, which was very nice after we had to suffer through the America's X Cup 2 special.
Yeah, and I think that we were both a little skeptical of Chris Harris in the main event picture, and I don't think it was as bad as it. It was better than the first match that they had for Jeff Jarrett.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Better showing.
So we liked it, but what do you think that the readers thought of the Wrestling Observer newsletter?
I'm going to say they went with a thumbs down.
Well, they actually did say thumbs up. 90.2% thumbs up, 0 down, and only 9.8 in the middle.
How many people voted?
Over 40.
Oh, okay.
So actually a little bit better than it has been.
Yeah, better than like 12.
Right. So not bad. And Dave does say that they did have a strong show as well. He doesn't go into the fact like, oh, numbers are up this week. He only talks about that when the numbers go down. But what was voted on as the best match?
Abyss and Styles.
No, probably should have been, but.
Kazarian and Skipper.
Nope. It was
Jarrett and Harris.
Jeff Jarrett and Chris Harris.
Oh.
And I think that kind of goes into the heat they had in their match, which
yeah,
we will talk about momentarily. What about the worst match?
The Rumble for the Rank Battle Royal.
No, it probably should have been it.
What the fuck? Mountie Brown and Vaughn?
Nope. Who was? the franchise. Shane Douglas versus James Storm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, kind of throwing you for a loop this week.
Yeah, man.
Usually Bob hits the nail on the head with those, but not this week. So yeah, like I was just saying, Dave says here that the Jarrett Harris title match hit super heat, and the show was good as it was largely putting emphasis on the NWA title as a big thing. Of course, we cannot forget that when it started, Raven said that he deserved the title shot to Vince Russo, and they kind of went back and forth. He offered him to go into the gauntlet. He said no. They offered to put him in the ladder match. He said no. And he basically was like, I'm going to make you notice me. Like, you're in whatever. So that all happened, which kind of plays into everything else that happened on the show. So Raven also continued on saying that he told Russo that Harris wasn't ready, and everyone knows it, that Russo should place Harris with him. Russo refused. And apparently this was supposed to be a line to turn Raven heel, but instead people ended up cheering him more, and it was turning Russo heel, which is kind of funny. So they wanted to try to turn Raven by him saying, like, yeah, Harris isn't ready. That didn't work.
Because everybody was like, "You're right, Raven. We want you to be the champion." Yeah,
and they're trying everything. They're designing everything to try to make Russo top face, but it's not working.
No.
Dave notes that Raven was tremendous in carrying a segment that looked on paper to be too long. And then we know that Raven DDT'd, or he gave the Raven effect to Sonny Siaki in that gauntlet match, which was won by Ron Killings, who apparently they are going to be pushing as a singles wrestler and using BG James and Conan as the 3 Live Crew tag team. So that's kind of fun.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I agree with that. He also pushed the ladder over as Styles was about to win, so that Abyss won that ladder match. And so he was just sending all these messages to Russo. And since,
right, because he had proclaimed that he would get Russo's attention by the end of the night.
Right, so he kept kind of getting involved in everything.
And he had mentioned in that promo those 3 guys.
Right, which is actually what I was about to mention here, because he mentioned Siaki being one of Russo's guys. Styles is supposed to be, and as Dave notes, in WCW-like fashion, Styles did a promo saying that he doesn't talk to Russo and has no interest in talking to him. Right. Which was very, very bad. So either the producers or something, they weren't talking during this one.
Well, I mean, I don't think I necessarily hate that idea, because the perception by Raven is that Styles and Russo are tight. If Styles goes back and says, "I ain't even talking to the guy. What are you talking about?" I think
that's interesting, but I don't know if I believe they thought about it that much. I think I like the idea, though. I like the fact that Raven sees him as a Russo guy, and then he's like, "No, I'm not."
Well, I mean, the last time that Russo was on TNA before he was written off for Hogan, that never came, he was with Styles. So I can understand Raven assuming that they were still tight.
That's true. I don't disagree with you. Who knows? Maybe he'll join him again. Who knows? He's a babyface now. Maybe he wants to talk to Russo.
Well, he definitely doesn't seem interested in talking to him now. So I agree with you that I'm sure TNA is not thinking it through like this, but I can see Styles like realizing the brainwash that Russo had on him, and he's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. And now that Russo's like forgiven and changed, I think at some point we're gonna get an interaction where Russo's like, "Dude,
they have to.
You're my boy. Like, I was just looking out for you. Like, I've changed. I'm looking out for the good in you." But all this other bullshit. Right. I'm sure that at some point will be happening.
Yeah, I think they need to do that. Yeah. Dave also notes that the Jarrett and Harris match was one of the best matches they had in a long time that wasn't an X Division match. So really talking up that match. He notes that Jarrett did a great job as heel, and they told a story that Jarrett was more experienced, but Harris wouldn't quit. They did all the interference and rough bumps they always do in the big matches. They did so much of it that it was overkill, and the crowd really peaked a few minutes before the finish, which they were. They were getting really hot during that match. And of course, with the ref distracted, Jarrett used a guitar shot on Harris for the pin in 19 minutes and 45 seconds. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if I really realized that match went 20 minutes.
I think in terms of like the drama that the two had, like the match had, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're right. I mean, for a 20-minute match, I would say it flew by.
I think so. They also announced that the next NWA title match would be in a cage, and that was after Russo said he's not going to be turning over a referee's decision. So that's his big plan. But of course, they did not say who would be in that match, although I think we can assume it's going to be Chris Harris and Jeff Jarrett. Also, there's the plan for Abyss to be facing Ron Killings on the March 24th show, which we're about to watch today. The winner will face Harris on March 31st, and that Jarrett will defend the title against the winner of that match in a cage on April 7th.
Wow. Okay,
So we're kind of convoluting some of this a little bit.
I mean,
because technically, Abyss is number one contender. Ron Killings is also a contender. I could see why they might have like Ron Killings in Abyss face. I get that part. But then also to fight Harris is a little silly to me because technically Abyss is number one contender.
Right. Right now, Abyss is the number one contender.
Right. But hey, you know what, Bob? If we're leading to a cage match, am I really going to complain?
I would like an Abyss Chris Harris singles match.
Why not? That's probably realistically probably what we're heading towards. I think that's safe to say.
I think I agree with you.
But you know what? We'll see what happens if that actually all plays out the way that it sounds on paper, because you know how that goes. Things change. They did end up ending the show with Raven, Harris, Killings, Abyss, and Styles all as viable contenders for the title. So we kind of have a bunch of people, although with Jeff Jarrett, who's really going to take that gold off Jeff Jarrett? We'll have to keep listening to find out. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be Jeff Jarrett's title forever.
Forever. It's never going to stop. They were teasing problems with the franchise group, which hasn't been together all that long. And of course, you know, if you listened last week, Douglas blew his stack at Tracy, who distracted the ref for too long. Thus, Douglas didn't get the pin and wound up losing to James Storm. Michael Shane came out to protect her. Douglas ended up calming down, but then during the gauntlet match, it came down to Shane and Killings for the title shot. Douglas threw in the chain as the ref was distracted. And Michael Shane threw the chain back out, not wanting to use it. And, of course, he ended up losing. So he kind of lost his shit again. And Douglas was pretty pissed.
Could you get behind a Michael Shane face turn?
I think he works way better as a heel, but...
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna go out of that limb here and say no. I don't want to see him as a face.
I think what needs to happen is he needs to go back to constantly reminding us that he's Shawn Michaels' cousin.
Dude,
and just completely rip off like Shawn Michaels' gear and everything and just be a knockoff Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what would be would have been a great tag team is if Black Machismo, Jay Lethal teamed up with Shawn Michaels' cousin, Michael Shane. And they just did like
there we go.
A comedy duo.
That'd be great.
What the hell? Missed opportunity. Damn
it. That April 7th show, by the way, that I mentioned that there's potentially going to have that cage match on, is actually our next taped show. So we will, So that's actually
cage match would be taped.
So it's seemingly like that cage match would be on this next tape show as kind of like the I guess you could say the draw. So last time we had the Dark Carnival match. That's a rumor, man. I'm just saying. And I guess I might as well let you say this now because I was going to save this for during the show, but it's another X Cup, and it is said to be Mexico versus the United Kingdom. The original plan was for Mexico versus Japan, but they couldn't put together a deal on such short notice to get a Japanese team, which would make sense because they were teasing with a Team Japan just a few weeks back. And at press time, Juventud Guerrera wasn't scheduled, so Team Mexico would be Heavy Metal, Hector Garza, Mr. Aguila, and Abismo Negro. The reason was all the issues from the last time that he was there, from the fact that Jerry Lynn didn't like him, to management not liking that he questioned the booking of the main match, where he was to be eliminated early, and the rest of the team not being fond of him, that he said, and what he said in front of the other guys. There's also a report that a visa thing became an issue, but Dave notes that he doesn't really know if any of them has a visa. So after dropping the Japan idea, then dropping the idea of a world team with guys from different countries, Eddie Colon was contacted to be one of the members. They went with the Team UK idea to base it around Doug Williams, Robbie Brookside, and Johnny Storm. Since both apparently did have a FWA dates coming up this weekend, and like with Team New Japan, with New Japan, sorry, not with Team Japan, TNA only wanted to pay for one round trip ticket and have the guys stay a week to do both shows, but it was turned down. They both all turned down TNA. Bob Ryder was working late on March 22nd in trying to convince FWA to cancel Williams and Storm's bookings the weekend so that they could come in. I don't know if that ends up happening or not, but doesn't seem it. But they were trying. They were really trying to get that one round trip ticket. But yeah, so that was kind of a lot there. But Team Mexico versus Team UK. Hoovy is not involved, which is interesting. And we have the potential of a cage match, which we will see announced, I'm sure, in the next 2 weeks if it is end up happening. But I guess we'll see what happens there, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, as long as if there is a cage match at the end of that show, I might be able to power through it.
That's what they did, dude, with Wednesday Bloody Wednesday at the first Super X Cup. So,
but you know what? I don't know. I don't think that it's a good idea to have Jarrett and Harris in a cage taped.
Yeah, I don't think so either, really.
And if they do that, there's no way that there's a title change. There's no way.
No, they wouldn't.
So, I mean, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. I think I only got 2 more quick things here before we get into Explosion and we can get going on the show. And then we have plenty to talk about during
That's all
show.
the notes?
Yeah, man. I can give you a couple more if we want.
No, you're good. I just usually there's more like pre-notes, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I like notes during the show. I feel like it keeps me energized, keeps me on my toes.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna discuss plenty during the show, including some people who may be coming in soon. A lot of behind the scenes meetings that took place between Jeff Jarrett and the roster, and a bunch of. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have 3 notes because the Rash report is involved. So my apologies. But to kind of wrap up the last week's stuff, really. Amazing Red was apparently scheduled to return last week on March 17th, but he had transportation problems from New York and never made it.
That fucking Greyhound.
Exactly. He was to debut as a heel in helping Frankie Kazarian beat Elix Skipper and have the two be aligned as a team. So they wanted Red to be a heel with Frankie Kazarian be a team.
No. The same guy that back in 2002 or whatever, maybe with TNA, he had a kindergartner interview.
Right.
No way. As a heel, I can't. No way. I could not picture Amazing Red as a heel ever.
No, me either. It's silly. It's silly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see if he's a heel on today's
show.
No,
there's no, dude. If he's a heel, dude, I'll die.
We'll see what happens. And it's noted here, actually, some of the teams that are potentially going to be in this tournament in the Observer. So we'll discuss them. We didn't know beforehand, but the tag title tournament on March 24th with the first round pairings of the following: Shane Douglas and Michael Shane apparently facing off against Sabu and Raven. Well, this was the original plan, but apparently TNA also announced that Raven was suspended this week. So that might actually change, so we'll see what happens there. BG James and Conan versus the Naturals. Glenn Gilberti and David Young versus Sonny Siaki and Simon Diamond. Kid Cash and Johnny Swinger versus Slash and Sin. So those are our potential first round tournament matches. I don't think that sounds too bad, really.
No, but
there's some weird ones.
Sure. I mean, that's bound to happen, I guess. But it was going to be Raven and Sabu against which team?
Shane Douglas and Michael Shane.
Okay. But then, obviously, if Raven's suspended, which in terms of storyline makes total sense.
Yeah, so I'm sure they'll mention it at the beginning of today's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And then here, finally, let's talk about the Rash Report, one of Bob's favorite segments, even though it seemingly is few and far between these days.
That's a bummer.
Well, it was back this week with the usual fun and games. He put over ICP really strong, so strong that, in fact, it was kind of weird. He said they were great guys, total pros, the whole 9 yards, and that he hoped to see them back in the company very soon. And I'll just say here, we will talk about the ICP's future in TNA during the show.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah.
Or we can talk about it before if you want. Either way.
No, I feel like it was hinted that they aren't coming back, but I don't know if I remember that correctly.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you after we're done doing this because it is kind of interesting.
Okay.
So you guys can get one more pre-show note, and that's it. Abyss is without a doubt the best working big man in the country today. You haven't seen anything yet, he writes. AJ Styles is the most exciting performer in North America today, hands down. So he's just talking up everything. So it's a little bit different than his normal stuff here. He also plugged Goldie's new CD, which features, quote, 5 excellent songs, but he doesn't say anywhere where you could get it. And he also said, he also talked about the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament that he was starting on the next show, and also said Red would return there. So yeah, he doesn't really give us a whole lot, but you can get 5 excellent songs from Goldilocks' new CD.
Do you think JB said that AJ Styles is the best going today because Meltzer said that he was better than everybody on the TNA roster?
I am guaranteeing it.
That has to be why he said that.
We've noticed stuff like that all the time. Okay, let's talk. We can talk about ICP quick before we get into the show because it actually is a little bit long form, a little more long form than a lot of these other things. Because Alvarez notes that the ICP wrote this comes from themselves. Okay, so quote: due to professional differences, the Insane Clown Posse, Rude Boy, and Too Tough Tony have officially severed all ties with NWA-TNA Wrestling and will not be appearing on any future pay-per-views or live events. As a consequence of this, the after party scheduled for this Wednesday on the 17th has been canceled. We'd like to apologize to all of our loyal wrestling fans and all the juggalos and juggalettes that were looking forward to the Wednesday night of wrestling and to the after party, but this situation is unavoidable and is in the best interest of all of the Hatchet family. So they wrote that on their website. And now let me find the next part of this.
I think they absolutely wanted to be in that tag tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure. So
and probably fucking win it.
Right. So the story on ICP is that they had. This is from Dave now, Dave Meltzer. ICP is that they had set up the after show party on March 17th, but when they called to find out what their match was, they were told they weren't booked for a bout. They were told they could work on Explosion and do an interview or an angle on the pay-per-view. They called back after being told that, saying that since you're not interested in using us, we aren't going to come. The TNA officials thought everything was on good terms and that they'd be back in a week or so. But then ICP went on their website and posted that due to differences, they would no longer be working for the promotion. Of course, they wound up with major heat among the wrestlers, all of whom at one point or another had worked on Explosion, with the idea that they didn't come in to think they were too good for the shows. But everything was then cleared up. On March 23rd, ICP posted on its website that they were on good terms with TNA, wishing they could be there to hang out with Mike Tenay, who is their favorite, but that due to a touring schedule, they wouldn't be able to for a while. They did a pro wrestling promo saying they'd return as a surprise at some point to get back at Monty Brown. As for their original post, they'd claim they lied, which is a unique way of changing one story.
That's definitely interesting that they didn't want to be on Explosion. I mean, what is the big deal about Explosion?
Yeah, I guess they think they're too good for it. I think it's an interesting point that if I was in the locker room, I'd be a little pissed too. Like most of the guys have worked Explosion.
Yeah.
And if they promised him to do an angle on the pay-per-view anyways, why not? You work an explosion match, you do an angle that can lead to a match in a week or two or something. I don't see the big deal. They've done it before. They literally have done that.
Yeah, and I feel like they could have had them come in, work a match, and they wouldn't have even realized it was for Explosion.
I mean, that's a fair point too, to be
Just
honest.
lie to them. Like, hey, you're on the show.
You're on the
Psych.
show. Oh, just kidding. Explosion. Which would
Right.
be really great if we could see that, by the way. So, Scott D'Amore, if you could, please. We want Explosion.
I think that would be great.
Me too. But speaking of Explosion, Bob, let's talk about that quick so we can get into the show. We have a big tournament to get into, and it's going to be a freaking wild one. Am I right?
Oh, you're damn right.
That's right. Hold on. My thing is loading very slowly. Okay, here we go. So, Explosion featured, I think it was 2 or 3 matches. 2 matches, but some other matches took place as well. So let's talk about Explosion, and then I'll tell you the other stuff they haven't. So it was taped on March 24th, 2004, same day as the show we're about to be watching, and it aired on March 27th, 2004. Cage match lists as Explosion number 72, and it featured the following matches. James Storm defeated Jason Rumble, and AJ Styles defeated Jarrell Clark. And then also, it is noted here that Eric Young and someone, it just says question mark in the Observer, defeated Brian Gamble and question mark. So I don't know. I didn't see those in future Explosion shows. I tried to look. So just telling you so you know what happened. But also, I think more important than this, after the AJ Styles Jarrell Clark match, which was the last match for Explosion, they filmed the first round of the next X Cup.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they already started, which I think was really interesting because I don't think they've technically mentioned it yet. So I'm assuming on this show we're going to have it mentioned. So we will we'll see. Of course, I'm not going to give you the results of that. We'll be covering that in just a few weeks. But just so you have a timeline of when it was filmed. I'm assuming on next week's show they'll do, like, if they're doing the same format, the tag matches, and then the next week film like the elimination match, and if there's a potential cage match or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? We'll see if it happens. But Bob, that is all I have. A pretty quick opener here, but that's okay. We have a lot to talk about during the show. Bob's excited for the tournament. I'm excited for the tournament.
So pumped. I had to let out a good stretch. All right. Let's do this. It's the March 24th, 2004 weekly pay-per-view for NWA-TNA. I'm going to count down from 3. And as they play, follow on with us on Impact Plus, or maybe it's in your own personal collection. Or if you just want to listen to us live react to it, that's cool too. 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 36 seconds is the approximate runtime for this show. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Well, Bob, we are starting off with a highlight package of last week's ladder match. Can you go wrong with a ladder match video package?
A devastating one at that.
It actually was a really fun ladder match. They did some nice stuff, and right there we're seeing when Styles drilled Abyss's face into the fucking ladder.
Face planting off a ladder. Shock treatment. A move they still have not named.
Dude, I can't even believe that. He's been doing it for so long, and they're just like, that drop down.
Backbreaker.
Oh my god.
This is new music though for a
Yeah, this is different. I wonder if iMovie updated or something.
It's more like a spooky
Yeah, but a different spooky. It's not like Dracula's Castle spooky. It's more ominous.
Right. This is the type of music you would hear when, like, in a horror movie, they're slowly walking in a house and it's dark
they're like
stuff.
walking around. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, hey, while this is going on, I feel like they feel like it's gonna go at least another 2 minutes. I might as well talk about something. I think it was 2 weeks ago, Bob, we discussed the whole Ring of Honor controversy, right?
With
And we,
yeah.
yes, and we talked about how TNA wrestlers are going to be getting pulled out. Well, there's a note about that, and they deserve it. Jarrett is unhappy with AJ Styles, CM Punk, Christopher Daniels, because all three are coming out publicly supporting the Ring of Honor promotion. There is jealousy right now because TNA pushes its product so hard on the internet, and its audience is probably heavy internet skewed. But Ring of Honor gets so much praise, while TNA is largely ignored or criticized. TNA has yet to order its talent not to appear, but when everyone signed contracts, Dave says he figures there would come a day when ROH using TNA contracted guys was going to come to an end. When they first signed guys up, I was told they wanted the talent to use the same character, facial hair, same gimmick, in Ring of Honor, but that wasn't going to happen because at the time, TNA was changing guys left and right, and Ring of Honor was doing long-term booking. And then we discussed this during the Raven stuff. Look at this. Road to the Steel Cage starts tonight, it says. And now here's our opening video package, and I finish up my last sentence. This is going to come down to go down well. This isn't going to go down well with some of the guys if this does happen, because when they signed TNA contracts, they were told they get their money to work Wednesdays and be free agents to work whatever weekend indie dates they can. Mm-hmm. And in all cases, except Raven and Lynn, Ring of Honor was probably giving them more dates than any other source. So they haven't started pulling people just yet. However, it seems, I'm sure it is certainly coming. Although we discussed that even last week, Styles Indy knew it was his final appearance.
Yeah, for I think over a year.
Over a year, yeah. I missed if TNA mentioned anything about Raven being suspended there, but it looks like Michael Shane, Shane Douglas, and Tracy coming out here. Oh my God, Bob. Michael Shane is wearing a different color than blue.
Yeah, he's actually matching with Shane Douglas.
I like it. Tracy is wearing a very interesting outfit.
Yeah, Tracy doing her best Francine impersonation here.
Here's our tournament bracket. New franchise versus mystery team. 3 Live Crew versus Naturals. Kid Cash and Swinger versus Diamond and Siaki. And Gilbert and Young versus Slash and Sin. So we pretty much actually just discussed that.
Yeah.
Bob, how do you feel about the NWA Tag Team title design? We don't talk a lot about title designs on here, I feel like, but I also think I really like it.
It kind of gives me like WCW tag title vibes. Not later version, like earlier 90s.
Well, I think it's very, very similar.
Wait, is it? I wonder.
It might be.
It could be the one I'm thinking of, because it was NWA WCW.
Right, it might be. Shane Douglas is on the microphone here. He's made noise here, right here in TNA. I could tell by the way you received us. Nobody makes noise in this business like the franchise.
Like the franchise.
And he talked about himself, and now he's talking about the franchise as the group, which kind of gets confusing, but it works. Oh, placing bets that there's a problem in the family. Michael Shane's kind of whispering to Tracy, like, yeah, yo, fuck this guy. We're getting out of here soon.
He probably was.
You all want to see Michael Shane and the franchise go toe to toe.
In a couple of weeks. Don't worry about it, Tracy. We're out of here.
The crowd kind of just cheered when he just mentioned you want to see us essentially fight each other. You want us to break up the franchise, and they're cheering.
That just shows you they hate the tag team, I guess.
Well, right, which is good.
Yeah.
Look, I hate to disappoint you all, but I'm here to tell you that it's strong. This will stand for something again. He's throwing up the triple threat.
The triple threat, baby. Did you say TNN?
No, I don't know. I didn't notice. I thought he said TNA, but I might have misheard. Show me what this means. Tracy gives him the kiss on the cheek, throws up the sign. I don't know about you, Bob. I did not like this group at first, but I've really warmed up to it. I think they were pretty good as like a little trio. With the way Tracy gets involved in matches and stuff.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the mystery tag team is going to be Christopher Daniels, a gentleman that we have not seen since, I believe, January. January 21st, which, ironically, Daniels teamed with Skipper, losing to Michael Shane and Shane Douglas.
Wow.
So is his partner going to be Elix Skipper?
I think that would make the most sense, right?
Get a rematch here.
Uh-oh. It's not the size of the fighter.
It's the size of the fight.
Was that Don West? Oh!
I think so.
He's happy.
It's Loki.
Loki's returning here. He hasn't been here in a
man.
while.
And another thing, too, important to note, is like 3 months ago, Christopher Daniels tried to murder Loki backstage with a chair. And Skipper was like, hey, we should be pals. And he was very insistent on no because, hey, Daniels tried to kill me.
Right.
I don't think we've seen Loki since the 14th of January.
Wow.
I'm going to double check that to confirm, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So
there's
for a long time here.
TNA is saying we heard the rumors that they were back on speaking terms.
I don't remember that rumor.
Does this mean Triple X is back? Well, they were dumb for breaking them up, so they better be back.
Well, since both these guys have been gone for a significant amount of time, do you want to know what they've been up to?
Yeah, let's hear it, Bob.
All right. Well, Christopher Daniels, this is a fucking weird match already. But like 3 days after his last appearance back on January 21st, he teamed up with the Messiah in a losing effort against Chris Hero and CM Punk in PWG. And then for most of February, it looks like, he was wrestling for New Japan under his gimmick of Curryman.
Oh.
And he teamed a few times with the American Dragon on that tour. Actually pretty regularly there, it seems. There was also a Jersey All Pro show in which Christopher Daniels defeated Jerry Lynn on February 28th, which I'm sure I've already mentioned with Jerry Lynn. As for Loki, we haven't seen him since January, but he's been working some World 1 stuff where he teamed with Spanky, losing to Jerry Lynn and Just Incredible on February 6th, defeated Matt Stryker back on February 7th, and then he also won the PWF Universal Heavyweight Championship when he defeated Just Incredible on a World 1 show on February 8th. He was part of a 4-corner survival match for Ring of Honor at the second anniversary show, which Samoa Joe retained the title against BJ Whitmer, Dan Moff, and Loki. Along with Spanky, they won the NWA International Lightweight Tag Team titles for 0-1 against Dick Togo and Akudo Hadaka. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Who knows? We'll see. Back on the 29th of February, he teamed up with Spanky to retain the titles, the lightweight tag titles against AJ Styles and Frankie Kazarian. And a bunch of other 0-1 shows. Teaming up with the Homicide a few times as well. So
Keep him busy.
That's what he was doing. Shane Douglas didn't have anything, and then neither did Michael Shane.
Yeah, Michael Shane never seems to. It's very weird to me. I wonder what he does besides wrestle.
At least not on Cage Match. I mean,
that's true. Look, Elix Skipper watching backstage. He kind of looks disappointed.
He looks upset, but he was trying to get them together. Is he mad that they didn't get back together because of him?
Oh, TNA's saying he looks as surprised as we are. Maybe they didn't talk to Skipper first, so Skipper's like, man, I've been trying to get you guys together. We all could go out, get the 2 for $20, but you guys decided to fuck me up. Gotta get that mac and cheese, that chicken tender mac and cheese.
Dude, there's no better value than the Applebee's 2 for $20.
I mean, I agree, except maybe the Wendy's 4 for $4.
That's a good one. Sure.
Just had that. Real good stuff. Shane Douglas choking Loki against the ropes. Clouds him in the back.
I remember the first time I went to Applebee's and they had the 2 for $20, and I was thinking the portions are going to be fucking small as shit. Mm-hmm. No, they're full-size meals, motherfucker.
Why, so you got one for yourself?
I did.
Holy shit.
I got the 2 for $20 for myself, thinking it was like smaller portions.
Well, me and Austin went before for lunch, and they had like lunch portions, and I was pleasantly surprised with like, it was like perfect. It was like, I didn't need more than this.
Yeah.
It's a really good lunch deals as well.
Shane Douglas is wrestling with a t-shirt on, so I'm figuring that he's not comfortable with his body anymore.
Yeah, but
which is weird because he was looking good.
I don't know. Maybe he's just feeling like wearing a shirt tonight. I don't know. It is weird to me when they flip flop, but you know what? It's not me.
Well, I'll tell you right now. If I was a pro wrestler, I'm definitely wearing a t-shirt.
So there you go. Let's see. Do I got anything fun we can talk about during this match? I guess since we did just discuss the Ring of Honor situation, I can kind of bounce off of that here. And so Kerry Silken, who I believe is the guy who runs it today.
No,
it's not.
He sold it. Sold it to Sinclair. Sinclair runs it now.
Well, isn't Kerry still there or no?
He's like an ambassador, but he doesn't.
Okay, that's what I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean.
He did run it though from like 2000. I'm sure you're about to get into it, but like 2004 till 2010, 2011.
Okay, and then he sold it, but he's still within the company.
He's like he's like
okay, same idea. Yeah. I knew Sinclair was the owner, but anyway, regardless, he's a Philadelphia area ticket broker, and is the secret money and part owner behind Ring of Honor. He was telling those in wrestling that he expects TNA will be pulling all talent from Ring of Honor. Step one apparently was TNA claiming that since it is doing videotapes marketed nationally, and Ring of Honor does videotapes marketed nationally, that it constitutes competition. So that is step one in pulling our talent because you're technically competition.
Yeah, but that's weird because TNA, they do like best ofs compilations. They don't sell like, oh, hey, check out episode weekly pay-per-view number 82 on DVD.
Well, I guess technically it is on demand, but you can't order shows online to watch.
Insecurity there by Daniels to finally knock down Douglas. I don't know. I don't think I'd consider Ring of Honor and TNA like competition against each other.
I don't really either at this point, but actually kind of bouncing off of that too. See, it all just goes together. We've mentioned this before too, but IWA and TNA are no longer doing business, and no more TNA talent will be appearing on IWA shows.
That Puerto Rico group?
Yeah. And this has nothing to do with Dutch Mantel. Mantel told IWA that because they ran a pay-per-view only on the Dish Network, that TNA now considers them competition in the U.S. pay-per-view market and can't send talent for big shows since they could be taped for U.S. pay-per-view broadcasts.
Oh, my God. What a joke of a... Your weekly pay-per-views are getting like 10,000 buys. Oh my God.
Low-key kicking Michael Shane right in the chest after he just took out Shane Douglas as well.
With like a somersault kick.
Oh, kick one to the head. Going for the cover.
I feel like
that ring awareness spot.
I feel like I want to say that I wouldn't be intimidated by low-key wrestling in basketball shorts, but I feel like as soon as I would see him kick somebody's face off, I'd probably immediately be like, hey man, where'd you get those cool shorts?
Yeah, you seem to be able to kick pretty well on those. How do you do that?
Yeah, how do you do that? Low-key kicking out of a pin attempt here by the new franchise, Michael Shane, excuse me. That was a horrible punch. He didn't even come close to his ring.
Whips low-key against rope. Did Daniels tagged in there during the Irish whip.
Oh, nice. Springboard kick out of like a heart attack position there.
Yeah. Daniels BME.
Best moonsault ever. Bam. Hits it. That should be it. One. Nope. Shane Douglas with his t-shirt on.
Breaks up the cover.
Do you think Shane Douglas' favorite song is Nothing But a T-Shirt On by Jessica Simpson?
Could be.
It is a good song.
Daniels crossbody on Shane Douglas. Low-key cartwheel kick into the corner to Michael Shane. Oh, is he calling for the key crusher?
I hope so, dude. I like this move.
Oh. Who's it? Oh, it's Tracy.
I forgot Tracy was there.
I forgot the outfit. She looked like Mr.
Yeah.
Wrestling 4.
Oh, shit. She just hit Shane with her cast.
He's dazed.
He's out of it, dude. This is it. Oh, shit. What are they doing? Suplex. Oh, powerbomb neckbreaker combo. And they pin Michael Shane. So the new Triple X are moving on in the title tournament. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Daniels and Loki won the tag team titles, I think I'd be okay with that.
I was going to say, this has got to be the favorite so far, at least, I would say. And honestly, they work very well together as a tag team.
Yeah. I might prefer Loki in a tag team environment.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, look at this. Now Michael Shane is yelling at Tracy.
That's Shane Douglas's gimmick, dude. Oh, she's fighting back. Stop it, Michael Shane. You're a dumb bitch. This is your fault. Oh, fuck you. You didn't hold him tight enough.
Tracy went to slap Michael Shane and Douglas stopped her. Look, that's funny because now Shane Douglas is the level-headed one. Dude, don't be doing this.
Are they trying to... I wonder if they're like testing out which one would be the better like villain.
Oh. That's an interesting thought.
I think... Oh, you know what? Fuck. I don't know who I'd cheer for. I think they're both too good as heels to really be...
I think, thinking about it more, though, I do feel like Michael Shane has potential to be a babyface, like good babyface. But Shane Douglas I like a lot, so it's kind of tough.
Shane Douglas absolutely needs to be like the psychopath heel.
Well, yeah, I think so.
I mean, you go back to his Raven feud, it was top quality stuff. I mean, I think that's the better direction.
No, I think so too. Look, she's like, oh, my cast arm. Backstage with Glenn Gilberti and David Young and Trinity. I didn't know who that was at first, but David Young, can I depend on you?
I don't need David Young, the bum.
David Young, the bum.
You know, it still blows my mind that Gilberti chose David Young over guys like fucking Diamond. Kid Cash is now in there.
Where's Johnny Swinger? Tell you what, Glenn. Oh.
What?
I told him to be at home.
Is that their name, the New York Connection?
It's never officially been said, but I think it's been talked about for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so guys, I got to thinking all week. I went back to my original roots. So you said, the trailer park?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a problem with that?
Just for the trailer park.
I didn't think so. What you better realize, boys, blood is thicker than water. Oh, he's bringing the Caddy's personal family in the ring tonight.
What does that mean?
Exactly the way I feel. See you in the second round, and Kid Cash says, if you win. Very interesting. More round one action.
So, it's funny that you mentioned Swinger there because before we got on the air today, I was reviewing an ECW show. And I think you'd be curious. Do you know how Diamond and Swinger were formed as a tag team?
I do not. Like back in ECW?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
So, I think this is funny. I don't know, maybe you will, but so Backstage, this is like May of 2000. Diamond's looking in the mirror and he's talking about like, I'm not a comedy act. I'm a serious wrestler, blah, blah, blah. He's in the bathroom, mind you. So in two stalls, two of his comedy act sidekicks come out and be like, I'm ready to be your partner, whatever. And he's like, no, I'm not a comedy act. Right? Kicks him out. The third stall, Swinger walks out.
Oh my God.
And he goes, you got a problem? I can solve any problem. I can swing it because I'm swinger. And then Diamond's like, it looks like we've got a problem solved. And that's how they become like a tag team.
That's so weird. Here comes Slash and Sin, which, by the way, coming out to the Disciples of the New Church theme song, but no James Mitchell.
I think you'd be surprised that Sin hasn't really wrestled a whole lot since the last time that I saw him. He does wrestle, though, for like the USWO, which is another company out of Tennessee. So I'm surprised that TNA would use him because I'm sure that's considered competition.
At this point.
In the same state. So we haven't seen Sin since October 8th, 2003, when he lost to Raven in under 3 minutes. And I guess maybe the only thing of note or maybe interest in terms of matches, I think maybe you find this interesting too. Back on November 22nd, 2003, he lost a three-way match against Gene Snitsky and Slick Wagner Brown. Gene Snitsky winning the match and retaining the WXW Heavyweight Championship.
Wow.
Anytime there's a, what the fuck was that?
Well, they went down at different times. I think it was supposed to be some kind of double backbreaker of kind, or like a slam. It was kind of weird. They did like a double torture rack, and then dropped down, essentially.
They timed that great. And then for Slash, who we haven't seen since October 22nd when he lost a dog collar match against Raven in under 5 minutes. You'd be surprised to know that he's wrestled about 2 matches, according to Cage Match, since that time. A couple of matches for NWA Wildside, where he lost to Altar Boy Luke and Gabriel when he teamed with Azrael. That was back on October 25th. And that's really the only thing of note for Slash, as he runs over Gilberti. So they've not been up to a whole lot. I kind of I like them as they do a side Russian leg sweep dropkick combo on Gilberti. And
so do
I. They should maybe stick around.
Yeah, they should probably give them new music, and they did not say they were the New Church, by the way, when on their nameplate. I just think it's funny that Raven said he got rid of them, and then they're back.
Yeah. That is, yeah, I mean, they're never, like, because he makes it sound like as if they're never coming back.
Right.
And they're just like, nah, dude, we're not dead.
So I'm just listening in, talking about that. They're on the path to that cage match. I wish it was a ladder match.
You don't wish that.
Abyss versus The Truth tonight. They will eventually face Chris Harris, and the winner of the Chris Harris winner match will get the cage against Jarrett.
It just is definitely a convoluted idea.
I just wish that we didn't have a number one contender. Why does the number one contender? It should, if anything, it should be like Harris has to get through Killings and Abyss, then he can fight Jarrett, if anything, I think.
I mean, I would almost try to like just separate it.
Well, I think that's the problem, is that it's not.
Right. Like, what's Chris Harris is his own little world, and then like Abyss is the number one contender, and then, but then you also have like Ron Killings has a title shot, so it's like, what are we doing?
Right.
It should be. I would just do a 4-way. Fuck it, just Jarrett against Harris against Killings against Abyss.
I think that'd be fun.
And I'm sure Jarrett would pin all of them like he's Brock Lesnar.
Double elbows. David Young gets a 2 count on Sin.
Sin is really giving me like Julio De Niro vibes, and it's kind of bothering me.
I could understand that, yeah.
Because like I know that it's not Julio De Niro, but it fucking looks like him. What is he doing? Is he gonna do a moonsault? I guess we've seen him do a moonsault before. I shouldn't be surprised.
There he goes, but he missed it.
If you're following along with us, I have 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 25 seconds left in the show, and I'm sure Dallas is going to be like, well, I'm at 26:25. So.
Wow, Bob knew that number spot on right there. I can't imagine why.
Sure did.
Well, hey, let's. I mean, I don't want to blow.
Nice counter by David Young.
That was really nice.
Slash breaking up the cover though. It only took David Young almost 2 years, and he did a nice counter.
Hey, be nice to David Young. Don't you miss that? What was the girl's name that he was with?
Oh fuck.
Oh, what is her name?
Shit. What was her name? Bobcat. There you go.
I miss Bobcat.
What was the point of her?
Because
she was just there.
All the attention was on her.
Right. Bobcat. Jeez. What a forgettable person.
I'm going to see what she's up to.
Slash cleaning house here on members of the New York Connection. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Bicycle kick.
Bicycle pump. Same fucking thing.
Same thing. I'll give you that. It's the same thing. He does it to David Young as well.
Up and over in the corner, Gilberti. Oh, what's this?
Oh, no. Is he going to do it?
Oh, that nice neck breaker.
Isn't that his finisher?
I don't
Is that the slash and burn? Or is that
I thought it was, but I thought that was like the hurricane move more. Like the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah.
I think that's what the slash and burn is. Wow, Bobcat. Bobcat won the NWCW Women's Championship. Did you know that? And also, she's an NWA New Jersey Junior Heavyweight Champion, WEW Tag Team Champion with Ronnie Jonah, and wait, what? Hardcore Champion? She won the Hardcore title?
The WWF Hardcore title?
Yeah.
Is she BB?
Oh my god.
Like the ambulance girl?
I think so, yeah.
Sin just hit the Rough Rider. Oh god.
Whirly Bird.
That's gotta be it.
That's 3.
They got it.
Sin and Slash move on.
You know, there is a trend here. So David Young is afraid of clowns. He's probably also afraid of absolute scary people, because Slash and Sin are definitely scary. I feel like we looked up before that Bobcat was BB, but that was probably 2 years ago. So right. I think we deserve a...
Well, she made her debut on Raw as one of the Godfather's hoes.
Oh, God, that's funny. I do remember when she was like... Yeah, she was like the ambulance girl. And she had big boobs. And that was like the whole gimmick. It was like, oh,
Vince
cool,
Russo's in the back. Wait, Raven's here, and he's like, what do you mean I'm suspended? Sabu's just following Raven along, so they're paying him for nothing.
If I'm Siaki, aren't I like attacking Raven for hitting me with a DDT last week?
Right. Well, Siaki, BG James, and who's in the back there?
That's Simon Diamond.
Simon Diamond. I'm better than everybody in this room. In this room, Vince. I'm better than AJ. Better than Abyss. Better than Killings.
Sabu did give him a glare there. My door's always open if you want to talk about opportunity. You're suspended tonight, Raven. Deal with it. Business. You're going to have to deal with me later on your time.
Wait, Bob, she's not...
Who's working tonight?
She's not BB.
Oh, shit. Okay.
BB is Kathy Dingman, and she did appear in TNA as... But Bobcat...
Oh, yeah. I know her. She had a match with Bruce. Taylor Vaughn.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They're both blonde and...
Oh, what the fuck is it? Don Harris really doing a tag match right now? Oh shit! Who's that?
No.
Oh, Monty Brown.
That's Monty Brown.
Is this the match? It is a match.
Really?
Monty Brown and dying. I guess because he beat Chris Vaughn.
Right.
Wait. So Bobcat was in fact a hardcore champion?
Yeah, she was the first woman to win the hardcore championship. She briefly won it from Crash Holly as one of the Godfather's hosts.
Okay.
I don't know. Cynthia Lynch is her name. I don't know if she went by that in WWF.
What episode was it? Does it tell you that she won it?
I could find out for you, but.
Oh, mine's got a chair. Kind of delicately smashes Don in the face with it. Ring the damn bell, Rudy Charles. He shoves him down. Ring the bell!
Ring it!
Oh.
They're not ringing it, though, because they're fighting on the outside of the ring.
Uh-oh. What's he doing? He's putting the chair on his arm. What does this guy think? He's the total package from WCW 2000? He's going to go around breaking people's arms? Or 99, I guess it was? Oh, and he smashed the arm. He did. Oh, God. He might have broke his arm.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
he's about to break his arm.
He's not really stomping on it hard.
Yes, he is.
He's kind of tapping on it, but. Now, finally, security has come out. And Mike Posey. Oh, he's grabbing a microphone.
This is the alpha male.
This is the Serengeti.
This is my hunting ground.
Don Harris, he definitely broke his hand.
Just to end our Bobcat discussion, Cage Match does not have the match where she won the hardcore title on listed. So, if you guys want to know more about Bobcat, let us know.
You know what I'm going to do right now?
Duck season?
I'm going to go to Wikipedia.
That's what I was on.
Wikipedia doesn't even have it?
No, I didn't notice it, at least, when I was skimming.
Let's see here.
Come out, get down, dominated by the most feared man.
I
challenge.
I found it. Dude.
How'd you find it so quick?
Immediately.
Oh, I didn't.
The May 15th edition of Monday Night Raw.
Fucking Sabu. Sabu is now getting immediately beat down by Monty Brown.
Wait a minute. How did Vince Russo know that Sabu was going to be in action tonight? And so did he know that Don Harris was about to break his arm?
No, this was an open challenge.
Yeah, but he said that Sabu's not going anywhere because he's in action tonight. He's wrestling tonight. So did he know that Monty Brown was going to have an open challenge after breaking Don Harris's arm?
Oh, that's ridiculous. I didn't even really put that together.
Continuity, my friends.
That's right, bro.
Bro, listen, Raven, bro. Monty Brown, bro, is going to go out there and he's going to break Don Harris's arm, bro. And Sabu's going to go out there and, like, accept the open challenge. That was a nice moonsault.
That was really nice. I didn't know if he was going to hit him, but he did.
I didn't know if he was going to get it either, but he fucking did. That was good.
Goes for the chair swing. Monty Brown ducks two of them. Looks it under the ring.
Oh, wait, so this isn't a mat. Oh, is that a spike? Monty, get out of there.
Oh, no, dude. I guess it's not official because music's playing.
Yeah, it's definitely not a match. I mean, I'm sure it will be soon, but not tonight.
Pounce! Team Triple A. Oh, look, here we go. The return of the X Cup. 2 weeks.
Fuck.
Getting ready for Team UK.
Now, well, notice there is no Hoovy.
As the new captain, Hector Garza, there's been a shakeup. We're about to get the news here. I'm sure we'll get the translation in a second. Is that heavy metal right there, I believe? Due to disciplinary actions, Hoovy is out. Heavy Metal. What is going to happen, dude? Is Heavy Metal going to be able to hold his own? Oh, we cut away. Okay, we literally
Shit. Just have to cut him off. No big deal.
We literally cut him off, and we don't know what the rest of that interview just was. But Kid Cash is coming out. Get to see who his family is.
From the trailer park.
From the trailer park. This is the KID.
I remember, I actually told this to people at work the other day, and they were making fun of me. When I was a kid, I wanted to live in a trailer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
There's some nice ones.
No, there is. But then people would tell me about like stabbings and shootings all the time in a trailer park, and I was like, oh, that's scary. Who is this enormous man?
What they're saying, we have no idea. But I'd recognize that tram stamp everywhere.
Yeah, that tram stamp. You can't forget that tram stamp. It's a good-looking guy.
They said, what's he, first cousin or something? Is he not going to tell us who? Well, we kind of need to know who it is, guys.
Yeah, come on, Kid Cash.
JB is saying, I have no idea who it is either. And he's got like a pipe in his hand or something. Like a skinny pipe. They go, how are we going to call the match? Sonny Siaki and Simon Diamond on their way out here.
Oh, this is interesting.
I think it's very clear which team is not winning this match. Right. So what's interesting? What do you got for us?
So I know who that man is.
Really?
We've heard his name before.
We've heard it before on the show?
Yep. Because he's been on Explosion.
Was he really?
Yep. Do you want to know what his name was on Explosion?
Yeah, what was his name on Explosion?
Shadow.
Oh, shit.
He teamed up with Delirious.
Wow, did not make that connection.
February 4th show against America's Most Wanted.
Look at that. Okay, so we've talked about this, man. They aren't discussing it, but Bob, for those who are not listening, I think we should just spill the beans. We did it with Tracy, so...
For those that are not listening, okay? No, you meant for those who are not watching.
Not watching.
Yeah, I would hope they're listening.
I meant listening, watching along kind of thing.
Right, okay. Kid Cash's partner from the trailer park, family, that is going to be Dallas. Not Dallas Gridley.
Nope, not me.
But Dallas. Also known, I guess, currently as Lance Archer.
The Murder Hawk. That's right. He's making his pay-per-view debut here in TNA. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Here, I guess some news here for Dallas. See, now it's gonna be weird saying Dallas.
It's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna get weird.
Change your name. All right. Okay. He primarily has been working for a company named PCW out of Arlington, Texas. Looks like pretty much only that. His first match, according to Cage Match, took place on February 24th, 2001. So he's only been wrestling for just over 3 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's worked guys like Paul London. He was a former PCW television champion. Oh my God, I need this match. He wrestled Ahmed Johnson.
What?
Yeah.
You're joking.
In a Dark Circle rules match. What the hell is that?
Yeah, we're going to need to get our hands on that one.
We need that match. He also wrestled Tim Storm, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm, in a Dark Circle. Still don't know what that means, but oh my God! Could you imagine if there was an Ahmed Johnson? That's 2002.
Dude, that's got to be crazy. I didn't know Ahmed Johnson was still wrestling in 2002.
I wonder when. Oh, he wrestled into 2003. Wow. Ahmed Johnson, wrestling
Hey.
until 2003.
I would not have guessed that, to be honest with you.
No. Nope, absolutely not. All right, so that's for Dallas here. Now let's go see what if Kid Cash has been doing anything.
Siaki's in with Cash now. Dallas is yet to be tagged in.
Yeah, so Kid Cash worked over the weekend on March 21st. I guess he won the Dave Vicious Memorial Cup tournament. In the semifinals, he defeated Hale Collins, Drake Jackson, and Johnny Thunder in a four-way. And then in the main event, or the finals of that tournament, he defeated Just Incredible for ACW out of Connecticut. ACW Point Blank was the name of that, and that was actually the main event of that show. All right, so that's all there is for that. And then Kid Cash got driven down to the mat, gut first by Diamond and Siaki. Simon Diamond, I'm sure, didn't do anything. That is correct. He did nothing over the weekend. And then don't even know why I'm bothering with Sonny Siaki, because I feel like he never does anything. Simon series here by Simon Diamond. I shouldn't say that until he actually hits all of the moves, but whatever.
Oh, and he didn't.
Every
Kid Cash
fucking
countered
time.
the last one. But look, Diamond countered the counter. And now he's just
I do like
throwing
Diamond's
some hands.
punches. Diamond has good punches.
Oh, Dallas grabbed his feet and then Kid Cash with an elbow.
Simon Diamond didn't do anything over the weekend.
Simon Diamond's great.
Or
sure,
Sonny Siaki.
I'm sure Dallas is going to be great, because how can you be wrong with a name like that?
Right.
Well, look at that. He just is like an assisted moonsault. He's a Kid Cash landed on Diamond, gets a 2 count. Laying in some right hands here by the big man, as they're saying in commentary, because we don't officially know his name yet.
Hey, I'm surprised that no one in the headset hey, this is the guy's name.
Big Boo. Yeah, I'm getting word from the back that
Right. It looks like there's a copy of a birth certificate in the backstage, and this is the guy.
Kid Cash up on the top, assisted splash. Look at that.
Hit it.
Bob, while this is going on here, let me give you a couple notes, because I still got a lot to get through, and we are at 44 minutes and 7 seconds. So, decent way through the show here. It is said that Brian Kendrick, or Spanky, he has a 120-day non-compete clause when he quit in January, so he won't be available until mid-May. TNA has been interested in him, but Dave says he doesn't really see him getting a big push because he's got a heavy Japanese schedule.
Yeah, I feel like all the guys they use these days are heavily going to Japan.
Right, and it's also noted here that Kanyon has a 90-day non-compete as well. So Dave says he believes he'll be available mid-May as well. So we have a chance of seeing Kanyon and Brian Kendrick come here in the next few months, which is kind of exciting, I think, if that actually happens.
Yeah, I would like that, and I think of the two, I would be more excited for Kanyon.
I think Kanyon would fit fantastically into TNA.
Absolutely.
Wicked good. And I bet you if he wasn't tied down wrestling on Velocity and in dark matches, his ass would have been here a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Especially,
go ahead.
I was going to say, especially with like Raven, who he's good friends with and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's I've been reviewing some OVW 2002. And he works a bunch in there. 02
Really?
I'm about to get to the part where he's there, and I'm super excited about it.
That's cool.
Kanyon is so just incredibly underrated.
Kanyon's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Cash with a chin lock, but he's got like a hammerlock chin lock combo here, and he's digging his knuckles into like the jaw or ear of Simon Diamond.
Yeah, it looked like just under the earlobe. Like
that like hurt. That pressure point right there. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Fucking heel tactic there.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
looking good here.
This is like a modified chicken wing.
Yeah, it is.
He's got like a body scissors with a hammer lock, and then he's just kind of doing like an STF, but it's like a modified chicken wing looking.
The big man is back in the ring.
Could you imagine if that was the name they're going to go by? Big Man.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He just entered to stomp him a couple of times. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sustainable.
They're protecting him very well. I feel like. But we haven't. Oh, look at this. Is he about to powerbomb? Oh no! Kid Cash.
No! What is he doing? Get out of here! Oh!
He almost didn't rotate all the way.
Oh! No!
Okay, that was dangerous.
No, dude, that was like the second time he's almost broke his neck doing shit like that.
I know. Well, Big Man was sitting up on the top rope. Kid Cash climbed up to his shoulders, attempted a moonsault, missed, and almost died as Simon Diamond moved.
My god.
Sonny Siaki's in with Kid Cash now. Also, a couple more quick things for you. As Sonny Siaki, pop-up, power slam, but Big Man's in, goes for a clothesline, Siaki ducks. Chops. Coming back, ducks the clothesline by Big Man. Leaping clothesline by Sonny Siaki. Kid Cash going after Siaki. Pop up, Samoan drop.
Nice. Siaki's got some good moves here.
Yes, he does. So we talked about the next tape show. We officially have word on that after that last segment. It is being said as of right now that the May tape show looks to be a 3-team X Division tournament. So we're breaking away from the 2-team format, at least in May. That's the rumor currently. And if you recall, I believe the May one was rumored to be the IWA versus TNA one.
That's right.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised that you said IWA out of
right.
The Puerto Rico group.
Yeah, Diamond super kicks Big Man out of the ring. Also, I'm just firing off here, Bob, as Diamond with a crossbody onto Big Man. I'm just always going to call him Big Man now. Kid Cash goes to the cover. Zaki got 2 count. TNA is officially opening its wrestling school on March 29th with Terry Taylor and Scott D'Amore as the head trainers.
I thought Jerry Lynn was.
Well, hold on. They've been talking about this since the promotion opened. It costs $300 to try out for the school. If you pass the tryout, the cost is $4,000 for 6 months of training, which would be 52 days of training, which is far higher cost than just about any school Dave says he's ever heard of. But on Jerry Lynn, give me just a second because I feel like something's about to happen. Oh, yeah. Pipe to the head of Sonny Siaki after Cash ducked a shoulder block, and that's a 3 count.
Okay, so here's my problem with what just happened there. Mike Posey was maybe talking to Simon Diamond on the apron for about a minute and a half to purposely distract himself to allow Big Man here to hit Siaki with a pipe.
Right. And
that
it just
whatever.
My last note is on this is Alvarez. The first note was from Dave, but Alvarez mentions he's not sure how Jerry Lynn got the shaft since the original plan was first formulated for him to be the head trainer. So we don't actually really know the problem there. Scott Hudson interviewing AJ Styles between 2 ferns backstage. There's only one in the background, which is definitely the same one used in the Playing Fair with Johnny segment a few weeks back. How do you think it makes me feel, Scott, sitting on the sidelines? I've never, ever sat on the sidelines in my life. He's patient. He knows it's important. Here's Vince Russo.
Oh, he wants to talk to
Wait. What do you want to talk about, Vince? We got plenty to talk about. We haven't spoken in a long time. We can go on and try and avoid each other, but we need to talk. Silas says the last time we talked was in October. When I said, don't do anything stupid, Vince. That was the last time we talked. Let's not talk about the past. Neither of us can do anything about that. He took care of Raven. He says Raven has been suspended. You and I to get on the same page. This segment needed to happen, and I'm very glad that Bob predicted that it was going to happen.
Well, it's, yeah. I mean,
they couldn't ignore it. They couldn't. I made a decision. I stand by it. We have to do this the right way. You will have an opportunity. Oh, put Raven in a match against me. I can't do it right now. Oh, okay. You trusted me once before? You want me to trench you, Vince Russo? I've done that before. And I will not make that mistake again. And we are slowly getting cut off again. Sometimes you are just born with it. The Naturals. Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't even know who the I didn't know who the hell they were coming out with.
It goes so fast across the screen.
Yeah, but I do like that because the Naturals, sometimes you're just born with it. All right. I wonder if that will be their catchphrase.
It's gotta be.
You know what, Scott Hudson? Sometimes you're just born with it.
I think you hear me knocking. I think I'm
I think
coming
I'm
in.
coming in. Go to the Raven. You're never born.
I like the Naturals.
No, I think they've been good.
They kind of make me miss the hot shots, but I almost look at Chase Stevens doesn't even like look the same to me as he did when he was in the hot shots, which is kind of crazy.
Well, he doesn't have a huge protruding dong in his shirt. So
well, yeah, that is
right,
fact.
SNL. 3 Live Crew, baby.
Still getting rowdy.
Guess what, dude? I have indie news for fucking BG James.
What?
Yeah, dude. He kept busy.
Actually, as a side note, real quick, before you get into this, wait, where's Conan? Oh. Apparently this is a handicap match.
It is?
They're saying that. What I was going to say is BG James is officially back. He got released. He's using the name BG James again.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, which I just think... I can't remember if on Twitter, but his Pro Wrestling Tee store they said BG James is here. And I just think it's fun because that's very clearly like his TNA name.
Right.
Okay, go ahead on your indie news of BG James.
All right, so we haven't seen him on pay-per-view wrestling in a while.
No, he's been on commentary a lot.
Yeah, and I guess he's also been working Explosions.
That's right, yeah.
But in terms of on pay-per-view, this is the first time since they lost the titles to the Red Shirts back on January 28th.
Holy
so there's been a few things that he's been doing, and it's mainly for IWA Mid-South.
What?
Yeah. So back on February 21st, BG James lost to Cash Flow at IWA Mid-South, giving the dog a bone in Olytic, Indiana. On March 6th, he also lost to Ryan Boz for IWA Mid-South. And then on March 7th, the last appearance for IWA Mid-South, at least for right now, he teamed up with Trick Davis, defeating Jim Fannin and Ryan Boz. Again, for IWA Mid-South.
Oh.
So, pretty interesting there. I would not have anticipated BG James working for IWA Mid-South, but here we are. BG James doing pretty well for himself here in a handicap match against the Naturals. Tossing them both to the floor. Douglas landing on Stevens. And then there's nothing for the Naturals for Indian minutes.
Do we know if the Naturals teamed up like on the Indies, or was that like did they make them a team in TNA? I don't know if I know or not.
That's a good question. I'm gonna look it up real quick, but I'm going to assume that they were just paired together because of like the hot shots and stuff like that.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. I've been surprised before, I guess. I guess it depends if they're local guys too. Maybe they did some like NWA shows together or something.
Right. Let's see here. So it looks like the first pairing of these two was, I mean, I guess they were in a 6-man for USA CW on April 12th, 2003. They teamed up with Humongous again to lose to Air Paris, Chris Vaughn, and Rick Santel.
Are they listed as the Naturals on that?
No, the first time they're listed as the Naturals was Explosion 28, April 16th. The Naturals defeating Derek King and Jason B. So it looks like it was a TNA.
A TNA like put them together thing, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel like you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I even would have thought that they weren't a.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I thought they were put together in TNA, so then I was like, wait, maybe they teamed up before that. You never know. BG James is getting his ass kicked right now. He's in the ring with Chase Stevens currently. And if you're wondering how can you tell the Naturals apart, well, Chase Stevens is blonde, but not his roots are growing out. Soon they're going to look identical if he doesn't dye his hair again.
Yeah, it's significantly easier than the SATs.
Oh God, dude, I can't. I really can't. Me and Bob were talking recently off air, and the SATs are well I think they're still doing it the shows when this episode airs, but the wrestling and big time wrestling, and there's a mystery third man with the SATs that we don't know who it is because it's not Amazing Red.
Nope, it sure is not.
And I don't know if I'm gonna have a name for you guys until the show happens, and I don't think it's happened yet.
Well, it has not happened yet, at least not as of the time of this recording. But I bet you that if it were to be released on, like if it was on Cage Match or something, it'd be like question marks. So we'll probably be fucked anyway.
We won't be able to click the name. It'll just say a name.
Whatever. Yeah.
We'll never know. Although here I am being like, oh my God, the SATs. I gotta see him in 2022, dude. I watched their matches from 2002.
Yeah.
Does he have anything left in the tank? I don't know. We'll find out, though.
I'm not sure how I feel about BG James, really. Oh, here's Conan wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey.
Oh, I know who Kobe Bryant is.
Yes, you do.
Number 8, one of my favorite players, Lakers. Woo. Conan is wanting the tag. He gets it. He better throw his shoes, or I'm gonna be pissed.
No, don't throw the shoes.
A rolling clothesline. Rolling Thunder Lariat. Excuse me. Look at that counter into the reverse DDT. Andy Douglas tossed it outside.
I thought Stevens was countering that, but okay.
Chase Stevens to the floor. Orale! Ready? He's going to start yelling at
you. Want to touch this shirt? That's enough.
Andrew Thomas, you like this jersey? Go ahead and feel. That's enough. And he just pushed Andrew Thomas down and he fucking twisted his ankle.
Oh. Stevens missed a chair shot. Conan's got it now.
He's getting the cocaine. It looks like he's about to snort cocaine. Look how he's doing it.
Yeah. Oh, it took him forever to throw the powder, though. But okay. Stevens got the chair. Smashes Conan over the head. Andrew Thomas holding his ankle. 1, 2, 3. The Naturals win. I love it. I love
it. Dude, Conan comes out finally. And they're, yeah, Conan's here. And then they're like, powder, chair shot. You're done. Look, it looks like a little bag of cocaine, dude.
It is a bag. Yeah, it probably is a bag of cocaine.
Oh,
BG James got to get away. Get away from it. He probably doesn't know what it is. Oh, God. No.
So it was weird because the way that Andrew Thomas was trying to stop Conan, he had to get up on the middle rope and be like, "Come on, dude," and then he pushed him off. And that's a real way someone could actually break their ankle too.
Sure.
So the way they did that was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We're getting a highlight about the Wildcat Jarrett match. So why don't I give you a Jeff Jarrett note? Because I don't even know if we're going to see him on the show or not, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we might not.
And by Jeff Jarrett, I actually have a couple Jeff Jarrett notes. So I'll just tell you, I'll see what we can do here. Jeff Jarrett actually, and it depends if we see him. You may or may not tell us this, or we'll hear about it soon. But he went as NWA champion to El Torrio in Mexico with Abyss and Dutch Mantel for the March 21st show for AAA before a sellout crowd of 18,000 fans.
Wow.
Which is really crazy when you think about the numbers that we get here in the Asylum, which, hey, Bob, I didn't give you that number. Remind me after this note. We'll talk about that crowd number. They set up a TNA versus AAA angle as Jarrett, with help from Abyss, beat Latin Lover in the main event with a low blow finish, and then laid out Hector Garza and several other AAA wrestlers, including Octagon, Juventud Guerrera, and Mr. Aguila, until the AAA version of La Parca made the save on crutches. Jarrett actually worked more with Garza than with Lover, Jarrett threw tortillas at the fans to get super heat before the match even started, and fans pelted the ring with debris at him. And we didn't get a confirmation on this, but the plan was to end this angle with Antonio Pena getting left bloodied by the TNA contingent. So Jarrett getting mega heat in Mexico there. I believe he talks about the tortillas thing on his podcast, if I remember correctly, and I can't remember who told him to do that.
Yeah, he does. He has mentioned it before. I definitely remember that.
But pretty interesting. Let's see. I have another Jarrett one. As we're still kind of going through it.
He like consistently gets good heat there, doesn't he?
Oh, dude. He might arguably be one of the most hated people in Mexico. I feel like as a heel. As a
wrestler, yeah.
Okay. This kind of bounces off BG James, too. I probably could have said this one during the match, but Jeff Jarrett had a meeting with talent and told the guys they needed to dress and look more like stars. Jarrett and Dutch Mantel were told by the intermediaries for the hoped Fox Sports net deal that if the guys on the show look like they should be fans in the crowd, then they wouldn't last past. Mantel took that to heart. Jarrett told them they are working on a TV deal. It isn't done, and that they weren't going to talk about it until it was. Raven then got up and basically reiterated what Jarrett said. Since they constantly push to develop unique characters and change their looks, Jeff Jarrett's just talking more about Harris not being ready here now. When he was done, BG James said something like, "Thanks for your input," in a very sarcastic way, which made some people laugh. While everyone knows there is truth to what they are saying, the complaint is that Raven and Jarrett are probably the highest paid guys not working for WWE right now, so it's easy for them to say, spend a lot of money on your costuming. Mm. So pretty interesting note there. Jarrett talking in like I said, he's picture in picture here with like a weird background.
Well, and here's my other. Well, he's going to sit back. Jarrett's basically saying that he's going to sit back and watch. He had said that guys like Chris Harris, Raven, and AJ Styles all proved they weren't ready for the NWA World Title. He's forgotten more than you've ever known about professional wrestling.
I went to Mexico City. See? Beat the entire promotion. 18,000. He's talking about the thing I just mentioned. Wow. That's kind of cool.
See, I do like that there's like 3 potential challenges for Jarrett instead of just 1.
We need it.
Well, my comment about the costuming. How many times have we seen Jeff Jarrett come out wearing like skin tight shirts and just like, what the hell kind of outfit are you wearing?
It is kind of his look though.
Yeah, but does it make it look like a star that FS1 or Fox Sports Net would like be like, yeah, okay.
I think it's interesting. We're witnessing changes, in these past couple months that we're trying to tone down the product a little bit. We got rid of the dancers, no swearing, stuff like that. We're toning all this down because we're preparing for a TV deal. I think it's super interesting. And I don't know if I would have noticed that that's why it's happening if we weren't getting this behind-the-scenes look from the Wrestler Observer. So yeah. I'm glad we have that context as we're watching it live.
Yeah, if we didn't know that they were actively seeking a Fox Sports Net deal, I don't think I would have even realized that they've toned it down.
Right.
Or like the reasoning as to why they're toning it down.
Mike Tenay's in the ring here. He's talking about a bunch of WCW stuff is what I just heard. If you don't know who I'm about to introduce, you haven't been paying attention. Well, I wasn't. I was talking about, holy shit, the Master of the Scorpion Death Drop. What? Are we about to see Sting?
Yeah, here comes Sting. This wasn't even in your notes, dude.
Dude, what the fuck? I can't believe this right now.
Dallas just got shocked.
Oh shit!
Look at this.
Thumbs up show, Bob.
Why?
Thumbs up
Okay,
show.
so wait. So here's my. I'm really confused. Why wouldn't you promote a Sting appearance on your pay-per-view?
Dude,
What?
I can't believe I didn't know this was about to happen on this show.
And he's in his gear. Is he about to fight? What is going on?
Okay,
here?
so Bob, how many people came to the show for a tag team title tournament and now are missing Sting?
I'm gonna say 900.
Well, you're pretty close. It was actually 1,000, heavily papered, of course, which actually isn't too bad. But you would have got a sellout if you said Sting was coming. I'm just saying.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Welcome back, Sting.
How do you not promote Sting showing up on your show?
Bring us up to date, including a movie. Can I grab this for a second?
Could I make your job absolutely useless? Great. So here we go. Stizinger?
Yes, Stizinger is in the house. Come on.
Okay.
What was that question again?
I completely ignored your
There's
question.
a movie about his life coming out. Oh, when he's a kid to present day. It's part of his life was spent right here in Tennessee. And this is where they're like, Sting, you want to just do one more year? And he's like, okay. And then next year they're like, Sting, you want to do one more year? He's like, okay. One more year? Okay. And then it'll happen.
It's just a 1-year contract.
They did do that. I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
I'm sure they did.
I want to thank you, Nashville. Today's like, yeah, that's right. Thank us.
He does his little typical nod. That's right.
Stinger, got to ask you about the new direction of TNA and the new direction of the NWA. What are his thoughts on that? Especially about the new director of authority, Vince Russo. All I can say is it's about time. It's about time that wrestlers started wrestling.
As he's cutting a promo.
You want to see grappling? Oh, I thought he was going to say you're going to see some pretty awesome grappling.
You like some mat takedowns? Well, TNA's the place to be for that.
I love that he keeps taking the microphone from Mike Tenay.
Yeah, he must not like, having it held to his face.
We are fully supporting Vince Russo.
Tenay's such a flip-flopper. What the fuck? It's fucking Vince Russo. And then like a year later, you know what? He's a cool guy.
One thing that he doesn't have on his side if he's a liar is time. Sting, 1 week ago, tonight, young man named Chris Harris came this close to winning the NWA World's Heavyweight title bout for the first time. Sting, if you will, take us back to 1990.
Oh my God. How many times are we going to do this? Didn't he do this on the sit down too? He was like, take me back to the Great American Bash 90 when you won the title. And he was like,
Bash at the Beach 2000.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What's your opinion on the Hulk Hogan thing?
What if I told you I do have a note about Hulk Hogan I've been holding on to?
Oh, God. Do
I'm
I
not gonna
even want to know?
We'll talk about it maybe during the next match, but let's hear. We're gonna keep hearing what Sting has to say here, but
Yeah, we don't want to ignore Stinger.
something real, something you could sink your teeth into. And I sunk my teeth in that belt in 1990, and it felt really, really good.
Is he? I thought he was going to maybe announce that he's going for the gold again, and we have a fourth challenger.
Get ready. The road to the cage. And yes, a steel cage. Who's he going to find him?
Have they even named the movie?
No, he's here to film it, though. He's doing some filming here.
Oh,
There's guys shooting film right here. There's a wrestling audience here. Every single Wednesday night. Uh-oh. Is he about to tease? He's about to have an impromptu match?
No way.
I don't think I was born to be a movie star. I was born to be a wrestler.
I was born to be NWA World Champion, Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, shit, Sting. I'm going to be here next Wednesday night. I'm going to poke my face into
Only
something
because
somehow.
he's recording a movie.
I don't care.
I don't care either. This fucking pop filter is driving me nuts.
I can tell.
Jesus.
I'm sure all our fans are loving the crinkly noises that Bob is making as he adjusts.
I'm sorry. I was hoping there wasn't too much of a ruckus. I should have just muted myself, but I didn't.
It's fine. He doesn't get outro music, apparently. Oh, it's very quiet. Okay, dude, so fucking Sting just made a unannounced return. Sting, and you didn't tell anyone. That's fine. Scott Hudson interviewing Ron Killings backstage.
K Quick. Be there. You've
been in the top once before. You worn the gold before.
Can you do it again?
I don't think the big man's going to be impressed. You're telling me that Dallas isn't going to be impressed by it? The big man?
The big man.
The politics in the back have done got pushed back. So he's going back to the top of the mountain. Really, you can't handle the truth. Goldilocks. Excuse me, Ronald.
Ronald. Okay.
Are you ready for tonight? Are you ready for Abyss? Why are you asking me that?
Bro him? I forgot that Abyss and Ron Killings were fighting until this segment here.
Well, I actually kind of thought we weren't done with the title tournament, but we did get through the entire first round, and I got to say about
Oh, shit.
it
I
actually
didn't realize that.
wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be.
No, it was not. I mean, was it great?
Well, it's a
No.
tag team title tournament, so no, but it wasn't it wasn't too bad. I'm not going to complain too much about it, to be honest. And I actually liked all the teams they had in it. We had a debut. No complaints from me.
Yeah, I mean, you have Triple X apparently back. They look good.
Right.
Sin and Slash back. The Naturals winning.
Yeah, dude.
Dallas,
Big man.
the big man, and Cash.
Yeah. I like it, man. I do. And now we got Abyss and Ron Killings. This could be good.
And we still have Amazing Red.
Right. We don't even know what he's doing.
We had no idea. Beware, Three Live Crew. This is my prediction. If they're pushing Ron Killings again in the singles role, I think Ron Killings is about to win this match.
I almost think he kind of has to. If you want him to be a true viable contender. If you notice, though, Bob, he's not dancing out to the ring. He's very serious right now.
Serious, yeah. Well, because, I feel like if Ron wins, it doesn't hurt Abyss, really. I mean, the only thing, you immediately get Abyss's heat back by, attacking him or something. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Bell immediately rings as Killing is still doing his entrance. Is he just going to get attacked from behind? No? Okay.
I thought he was going to get splashed in the corner.
So did I, or something.
Is Abyss's shirt soaking wet again in the front?
Well, we can't tell because we can only see the back. And yes, it's definitely
It sure
soaking
is. Jesus.
wet. It's funny. Is this a first time matchup? I don't know if we've seen these guys fight before or not.
This is definitely a first time.
Abyss
hasn't even had that many singles matches.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
He fought El Leon. And like Raven a couple times.
Yeah, he has only really had a handful.
Ron with the early advantage with some strikes in the corner. Baseball slide to the floor. Is he about to ram Abyss groin first into the ring post?
Looks like he is.
Yep.
Oh, and again.
And again.
Wow. Really, really, and again. Well, Bob, as this match is in its earlier moments here, I teased you with Hulk Hogan. We love Hulk Hogan notes on this show.
Oh, brother.
Well, Jarrett is still trying to do something with Hogan, Hall, and Nash.
Oh.
Even goes for a crossbody. Abyss catches him. Even coming in together, although they couldn't use the NWO name. Jarrett talked with them and said the company doesn't have the money they once had, but would cut them good deals on merchandising. The feeling, watching the tapes, were that all three felt it didn't look major league. Nobody ever expected Hogan to set foot in the Asylum, and even though the company did, it never happened. Hall and Nash really don't have a lot of options, although they apparently still in talks with Pride, even though they didn't come to terms for March 7th.
Ron Kelly just hit a nice head scissors of sorts off the apron. And
Yes, it was.
I guess you could say Abyss got sent into like the ring steps or something, but it didn't look that great. Do you think they would go by the band?
In about 6 years.
I think it's hysterical that they think that they could get, oh my God, Abyss has dropped Killing's groin first on the guard railing and did not look like that was a delicate drop.
No, it did not.
If Hogan, Hall, and Nash showed up on a TNA weekly pay-per-view, I don't even know who would be a realistic challenger to them in TNA.
Well, it would be only a matter of time before Jeff Jarrett joined them.
Oh, for sure.
He'd be like, I'm part of this too.
I'm NWO. Remember me, guys? I was Slapnuts. I was there. Yeah, so that'd be kind of weird. Unless they came in as baby faces, I think like Abyss, for instance, would be a good threat to them.
Yeah, I could see that being interesting.
But I also feel like as if they would just run through everybody.
Yeah, they probably would.
The only person I could see putting people over is Scott Hall, because Scott Hall don't care. He's always been the type of guy where like, pay me and I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Right. Well, we're fighting through the crowd right now. And actually, I have a note about Sting, kind of. I didn't realize he was going to be on the show, so I kind of forgot I had this note. But Dave says it was embarrassing when the new cable guide came out this past week because the planned April 4th show, billed from Kentucky with Toby Keith and a photo of Sting, was listed for a $29.95 price. The company, after canceling the date, tried to claim it was never anything more than a tentative date. So it actually was in the cable guide.
Wow. That's a fun fact. That was actually being promoted as a thing. Oh, Killings with a flying clothesline off the bleachers. April 4th for $30.
Yep.
I wish that happened with like the card that you had rumored it was going to be like Ultimate X and like Raven doing something.
Dude, it was a crazy sounding show.
Yeah.
Back body drop to the floor. We're back ringside.
And we are we got 33 minutes and 34 seconds left in the show. Now again, if you're Dallas Gridley, we're 1 hour 20 minutes
Big
and
man
18 seconds into the show.
I want to be called Big Man.
Big Man. All right, fine. There you go.
Big Man and Bob.
Big Man and Bob. Come on, break the announcer's table. That way I get my Chipotle for life from Big Man.
Bob wishes that he would be getting that, but that is never going to happen. I still have no recollection of a TNA announce table ever breaking, ever.
I've never seen it either.
Even current day, ever. I mean, literally ever.
It's crazy.
There's got to be at least one, I feel like, but you got me. If any one of our listeners know, let us know at Cross the Line TNA on Twitter. Send us that information, please.
Yeah, I mean, even in all those like Monsters Balls match, there's never been a announcer table break.
I don't think so, because that's when we got to Universal there, and then our announce table is made of like fucking, I feel like steel and like glass.
Yeah, and they do like to like jump off the stage and stuff.
Yeah, they do a lot of stage work. Maybe that's like their makeup.
Scissor
Axe kick
kick
onto the chair.
Oh, Abyss went face first on it.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It technically wouldn't be a DQ because he just landed on it. He didn't hit him with it.
Right. And then Abyss introduced the chair anyway?
I think he did. So Rudy Charles counting. Or is anyone going to get to their feet? I don't know, but while we're waiting, I still got plenty of stuff to talk about. WWC is attempting to make a comeback and has talked with Dutch Mantel about hiring him as a booker or consultant. Mantel is earning a reported $2,000 per week in TNA, but is trying to keep himself involved in Puerto Rico. Now, when negotiating, he's talked to both WWC and IWA of late, and he said TNA is solid for 2 years, but is looking to come in one weekend per month to help book. He talked with Luke Williams as late as March 22nd, so has not committed to either side, but is interested. But interest from IWA is still said to be waning. So our booker here in TNA is looking to explore other booking opportunities.
Interesting. Ron Killings hit a springboard like splash off a chair into Abyss in the corner during that note, which looked pretty good. I'm surprised that Dutch isn't saying WWC is a competitor. Is it because they don't have pay-per-view?
Because they don't have pay-per-view in the U.S., I think, yeah. And kind of to bounce off of that, it kind of continues here that the story has it that Panda, which also owns TNA, was interested in purchasing WWC. This may or may not be the case and would be a Jimmy Hart connection. Hart is an intermediary. I'm just saying that wrong. Intermediary in the Panda deal to get the Fox Sports Net for TNA. And Hart was at one point attempting to buy WWC and was in Puerto Rico a few weeks ago trying to put together a deal as Ron Killings hits that front sit-out suplex. Who's that?
Is that Raven?
It's Raven, who's supposed to be suspended, pulled the referee out.
Son of a bitch.
And the reason that this WWC deal hasn't gone through is the owner is asking $1.5 million, which is considered too high for a promotion that has no base audience.
That does sound high. Shock treatment, also known as what a maneuver. Killings kicks out. Raven's still at ringside. It's kind of weird that Raven's helping Abyss considering their issues just 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Definitely solidifying Raven as a heel, I would say, right?
I think maybe that's really what they're trying to get to here.
Yeah.
Boot in the corner as Abyss ran toward Ron Killings. Oh, is he going for it? Going for that axe kick? Off the rope? Oh, shit. Caught him black hole slam.
Oh, that should be it. No,
Okay.
Raven hit him with a chair.
In a really shitty chair. Really shitty chair shot.
He angled it pretty bad.
I think he was rushing because they were at a 2 count, but...
Now, so Ron Killings won that, or no, Abyss would win that by disqualification.
Yes, he would. Okay,
Oh.
headshot to a stiff headshot to Ron Killings.
Where are you, Russo? Come on.
There's AJ Styles.
Now you could see Raven looking to the side, waiting for someone to come out, and that's AJ Styles.
Honestly, seeing
Who,
these
mind you, is wearing a dress shirt. AJ.
he's looking nice, very professional. These 4 guys in the ring is kind of getting me excited about where our current state is for our number 1 contendership thing here. Styles, Raven, Killings, and Abyss. That's a good lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main event scene is definitely getting stronger. I guess you could include Chris Harris into that.
And actually, I think this is a great time to point out as Styles splashes Abyss and then gets hit with a huge black hole slam.
He takes that so good.
There was rumored that Styles was going to be being pushed back to the X Division, and that has yet to happen. So it seems like that rumor, which, mind you, every note we say is technically rumor, it seemingly they've changed their mind.
Which I think is the right thing to do. I don't think you can send AJ back to the X Division. Not at this point, at least.
Right. Killing's kind of knocking everyone out. Knocks Raven down, goes after Abyss more.
Truth. The fans love Truth.
He's doing wicked, sloppy, slow punches. BG James, Conan, Christopher Daniels.
The locker room is emptying.
And security members, yep. There's Loki. Did they say Douglas is out here as well? There's Simon Diamond. It's literally everyone. Everyone who's on the show is out here.
Are there heels in there? Oh, Shane Douglas is there in the corner, I guess. But he's with the Biz.
Yeah. They had to have one heel hold the other heel back. This is chaos. AJ flew over the top, apparently. We didn't see it.
Yeah, the camera, of course, missed it. You know who would have prevented this from happening? Rick Santel.
Rick Santel. Oh, Glenn Gilbert's out there. Oh, there's Sabu even now. Crowd was really into this segment, though.
I would say so, yeah.
They were just chanting, like, either holy shit or something.
Oh, Ron Killings just hocked a loogie.
Oh, I hate it when they spit ringside. But
you're the same guy that took a lollipop from fucking Joey Ryan.
Stop bringing that up, Bob. We all make regrets.
But you're saying you hate when they spit at ringside. You took a lollipop from another man.
Well, I just like seeing spit come out is kind of gross.
Yeah, but you had another guy spit in your mouth.
Stop. I don't want to talk about it, man. This was before it was like, I'm done. I wish Bob talked me out of it.
I was actually rooting you on. I was like, yeah, dude, this guy.
Yeah, you were actually. Anyways.
Oh, he just spit too, Raven. Stop it.
Oh. Ron Killing says, let me take care of Raven like we used to do back in the days in the locker room.
4-man fight for one thing.
Can I get an amen? Please make this happen. He's asking nice. Oh, he's not asking. He's demanding it. Next week, Abyss, Raven, AJ Styles. In the suntan Superman. Whoa. That's a huge 4-way match if it happens. Styles still going after Raven. And, I think the spit at ringside maybe grosses me out because then I just picture guys landing on it and, like, rolling in it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean by it, really.
Like on their back and everything?
Yeah. That's what I think is, like...
Yeah,
it's like even when I'm at a concert, people will spit on stage. And I'm like, oh, God.
Right.
You got to walk on that.
I think that 4-way could be good next week.
Elix Skipper, Jerry Lynn being interviewed backstage here by Scott Hudson. Yeah.
How do we feel about Elix Skipper's like jacket?
He's been wearing it for a while. It's kind of weird, but
we want the winners, either UK or Mexico.
He wants a one-night tournament. He wants to get all the teams. Team Japan, Team UK, Team NWA, Team Canada, Team Mexico. He wants everyone. One-night tournament. Number one contender. X Division Elimination Match is up next, is what we were just told.
With all those teams, a one-night tournament, you're looking at like 8 hours.
Right. If we have to get in the ring with our teammate, then we know it's nothing personal. It's just business. Who's this? Scott D'Amore. So if one of you two guys actually managed to win this match night. We could potentially see teammate versus teammate. And they're kind of hinting at the fact that Chris Sabin is the X Division champion, by the way. And I have a note.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why during the next match.
Is it because he hasn't defended it in like 4 months?
Well, yes, but there's a reason why.
He's probably hurt.
Scott D'Amore. Take it. Someone from... He likes this. Who's got the greatest ex-wrestlers? The bigger the stage, the grander the scale. All better for you to do what Americans do best. Choke. Blow all the hot air you want, because last time I remember, I didn't see Canadians drinking Molson out of the X-Cup.
Burn.
Team AAA's already set a new captain. Oh, maybe they should follow suit. Team NWA with naming a new captain. Because Jerry Lynn has kind of let the team down. Skipper's looking at him like, maybe I should be the team captain. And now we are ringside with Don West and Mike Tenay. Let's get this up. It's very important. NWA-TNA.com. Oh, they're talking about the school right now. The response was so overwhelming.
For $4
People
grand.
trying. It crashed the email site.
Wow.
Go back to NWA-TNA.com. There's another email. Tell you what to do if you haven't got a response. A new gut check. Huh. Gut check is coming back in 2022, Bob, just so you know.
Is it?
It is.
Wow.
Video on demand, all the merchandise, NWA-TNA.com. Guys in the truck.
I'll run them.
Roll that footage. Is this from AAA?
Yeah.
1 week from tonight, we're going to see exclusive footage from Mexico, Jeff Jarrett, who does not wear those glasses in TNA. Look at all the people throwing trash at him.
Oh, man. They hate him.
Exclusive footage 1 week from tonight. Okay, I'm excited about that, actually. See Monty Brown. Toughest test to date. Monty Brown will face Sabu next week. Wait, Rudy Charles coming ringside. I can't hear what they're saying, so. Wait a second. Wait, Don West is going to say it.
Yeah.
It is going to happen next week. Final four-way. Around the Truth Killings. Monster Abyss. AJ Styles. And Raven. The winner will get Chris Harris. The winner of that gets Jeff Jarrett. But special enforcer for 1 week from tonight. Sting is going to be the special enforcer in the final four-way match.
I bet you there's still fucking interference.
Well, he's there to stop any.
Yeah, well, he won't.
Lab. Big show next week.
That's a big main event.
Scott Hudson standing by in the back. He's with Chris Harris, who looks very sad while he's wearing his shiny snakeskin jacket.
Professional.
I'm actually surprised we're even hearing from Chris Harris tonight.
Is he wearing a championship belt, or is that a huge belt buckle?
He is kind of holding his waist weird, isn't he? I don't know. I didn't see it. He's got to thank his friend and partner, Cowboy James Storm. You have a team as strong as us. One man goes on a different agenda. That can cause a lot of problems. James Storm has been there, had my back since day one. He couldn't be any more supportive.
Well, he did question your loyalty to sex.
He's not happy about the decision, but he trusts Vince is doing the right thing. And he knows that Vince trusts him after last week. That's right. Let's hear his thoughts on the Fatal 4-Way.
What did he say? Confrontation weird?
Yeah, I think it might have.
I may not be staying here with the world title, but I stand here with a whole lot of pride. Scott Hudson.
I have the hope and desire to be the world champ. Continuing on the road for you, Jarrett, on the cage.
So Harris is not wearing a belt. It's just the shine of his jacket. It's folded.
Oh, I see what you mean. That is weird.
All right, come on, Chris. We get it.
Yeah, this is pretty long form here. At the end of this story, when this book is over, you will have everything you ever dreamed. Jarrett! My book just started last week. Then I wrote the final chapter as World Heavyweight Champ, and he walks away.
Thanks, Chris Harris.
6-man Elimination X Division match up next.
Oh.
We're at 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 19 seconds as Petey Williams is our first entrant.
So I feel like the 4-way, I mean, Raven's, he's got to be the favorite to win it, right? To then have a feud with, since he fucked Harris over?
I feel like, yeah.
That's what I would think. You said this is a 6-way?
Yeah. Here's Nosawa. We've seen Nosawa a few times here in the Asylum.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Frankie Kazarian.
Guy that blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, well.
Because he cut his hair. And I mean. Say my name.
That's right. Elix Skipper. Prime time, baby. Just say it.
Did
it.
Jerry Lynn. There he is. Jerry Lynn.
And there's only one more, Bob. And it's the return. A big return.
Of Wrath. Because that's the music of Wrath in WCW, the siren thing there.
Ah, it's Amazing Red, man.
Oh, shit. I was close.
Is it a heel turn? Is he going to be a bad guy?
Nowhere, dude. Come on. I cannot. If there was a heel turn, that girl with that custom-made Amazing Red shirt, she'd be devastated.
His ACL was repaired 5 months, I think they just said. He's been
out for a while. I'll be getting into that here in a minute. So let's get into indie notes just to get it out of the way here. Petey Williams. Back on March 19th, he defeated Nigel McGuinness for IWA Mid-South. And, of course, we haven't seen Petey Williams since the last X Cup special, which was just a few weeks ago anyway. So Skipper and Kazarian are starting off this match, by the way. Petey Williams was also involved in a War Games match. He teamed up with A1, Conrad Kennedy III, Joey Legend in a losing effort against Team IWR, which was Gavin Starr, Jamie Cox, Jimmy Jacobs, and Nate Matson. And that was for IWR's Brawl at the Hall 3 in Detroit, Michigan. Nosawa, he's been mostly wrestling for CMLL, although he did have a PWG match on March 7th when he teamed up with Masada in a losing effort against the Havana Pitbulls, which is Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero. He also wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling's dojo in Hollywood, California, teaming with Masada in a winning effort against Aaron Aguilar and Joey Ryan. Here comes Nosawa now, trying his luck with Jerry Lynn, and baseball slide, kick to the knee by Nosawa. The returning Amazing Red, we haven't seen him since July 16th, 2003, when he lost to Elix Skipper. And yeah, he hasn't wrestled since August 19th. His first match back was actually back on the 13th of March for Ring of Honor, as Jerry Lynn drop kicks Nosawa to the floor. Is this a match where if they get sent to the floor, that another guy can just come in? Because Petey Williams just came in.
Yeah, so I believe that's it's like a lucha style thing, match, right? Okay. Because essentially it's a four corners match. So there's a guy in each corner,
right? And
it's either tags or I guess when you get thrown out.
Right. Lynn with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker here on Petey Williams for a 2 count. The Amazing Red defeated Jack Evans, Jimmy Rave, Mark Briscoe, Sanjay Dutt, and Teddy Hart at Ring of Honor's At Your Best on March 13th. That was in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and this is in fact his return to TNA. Jerry Lynn. We haven't seen him on TV since the March 3rd, when he lost to Kazarian. Since that time, he retained the IWA Mid-South title against Danny Daniels on March 6th, and BJ Whitmer on March 7th, and he defeated Nigel McGuinness on March 13th at Ring of Honor's At Your Best. That was actually for the Pure Wrestling title #1 contendership. And the last one of the night, because this is in fact the last match, Frankie Kazarian lost a 3-way match. Jason Styles defeated Kazarian and Wildstorm for BTW in San Jose, California on March 20th.
Wow, look at that. Okay, who's in here? Nosawa and Jerry Lynn are legal men now. We've been lots of tags. Nice super kick to Jerry Lynn's face. I got a couple notes, too, to kind of power through before the end of tonight's show as well. Because, like I said, today was pretty heavy on the notes. If we weren't doing them during the show, this definitely would have been a 3-hour show. Am I right, Bob?
Probably, yeah. Jerry
Lynn basement dropkick on Nosawa. So, I mentioned Chris Sabin. So, they mentioned this on the air last week, apparently. Right. I missed it. But he is, they talked about an injury. Well, it's a legit injury. And apparently he may have to have his knee scoped, which would keep him out for 2 months. But they're hoping that won't be necessary and they can return in a few weeks after some rehab. So that is why we have not seen Chris Sabin, really. And the title that obviously puts the X Division title in question so it's a ligament damage a few weeks ago. Dave mentions they're not sure how long he's going to be out, but he went to a doctor at first, told him he doesn't need surgery and just needed to rest for 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, his knee was hurting worse. So that's kind of where it's kind of up in the air on what's going to be needed.
Right. That sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. Oh, Skipper with a reverse suplex on Petey Williams, laying him across the top rope. And is he about to walk the top rope here? No. Springboard leg drop. Match is kind of broken down a bit. Kazarian's in here as well. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh, Skipper to the floor. Roddy Piper did an interview with Brian Wheeler. I know that's not a name we necessarily want to discuss, but by Piper, I mean, because...
I was going to say, what's wrong with Brian Wheeler? I don't even know who that is.
No, but Piper, every time he comes out, we kind of cringe a little because his promos are long and don't make sense.
That's true. This just did a nice somersault dive, by the way.
Yes, he did. And Red, let's see, is Red going to do a huge one as well, landing on both Kazarian and Skipper? That was on Sports Radio 910 in Portland. Last week. He claimed, amongst things, as Jerry Lynn stops Nosawa from doing a dive, that the reason TNA got health insurance is because of him. He also said when he slapped Russo across the face in that one interview when Owen Hart's death was brought up, that was a shoot. It's also noted that other stuff in this, he kind of just went crazy on this interview, so Dave kind of blows him off as Nosawa gets eliminated after a cradle pile driver.
So TNA has health insurance?
Yeah, they offer it to the guys if you're contracted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Petey Williams. Are we going to see a freaking Canadian Destroyer in this match? God damn it!
Ooh. Hurricane Rana by Petey Williams to send both himself and Lynn over the top to the floor. Lynn kind of hit his head weird on the apron, so that could be important to note.
Okay, I got 2 more things, so I'm going to give them to you now, and then we can enjoy the rest of this match. The lineup for there's a UK wrestling channel. On Monday nights, they are airing Explosion at 9 p.m., but it's apparently on a 6-month delay as Kazarian dropkicks Elix Skipper from the back into Jerry Lynn. And then Wednesday is the TNA Pay-Per-View events on a 6-month delay on 9 p.m. So this UK wrestling channel.
What is with these international deals? Because like one of them was like 9 months behind, and now there's one that's 6 months behind.
Yeah. Well, this also airs like NOAA, CMLL, CZW. I mean, this is
it's that channel.
It's a dream channel. Like, I wish this existed. Look at that. Jumping like flatliner by Red. Gets pulled out, though. It's elimination. Not sure why you do that.
Why would you pull him out? Even the announcers, TNA and West, like, what are you doing? Oh!
Okay.
Is that broken?
That doesn't count as broken. They've done that before.
Come on.
You got to physically go through the table. Skipper was eliminated, apparently. We did
missed that. I think Kazarian pinned him. Camera did not catch it.
No. And my final note for the night, Bob, as Kazarian, middle rope like
there it is.
They talked about plan at this point. Oh wait, hold on. Is Kazarian eliminated? Nope. They talked about plan at this point. If the Fox Sports Net deal comes through, it would be to tape TV every Thursday night in Orlando for a Sunday night airing. That would move monthly Sunday pay-per-view shows at $29.95, and the Wednesday weekly pay-per-views might be dropped. Now, Red, double drop kick to Williams and Kazarian. Kips up. Both Lynn and Red are pinning them. Nope. This is all hypothetical at this point, of course. Dave says that his gut says if this goes through, it wouldn't be long to save costs where they tape more than one TV at a time. So they'd be down to working every other week. For the full-timers with one pay-per-view and 4 TVs, they'd be getting more dates and thus more money. If it's cut back to taping 2 shows at once, they'd be doing 3 dates per month, which is the same as the current situation.
Williams just did like a reverse power driver on Red, and then Lynn hit a TKO on Petey. Kazarian countering. Lynn countering Kazarian. Now he's going for the backdrop to avoid the cradle power driver. He's signaling for something there. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Kryptonite Crunch. Oh, he hits
drives him down.
That should be it. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out at 2. Yeah, well, I mean, their plan there for the TV taping would make sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially if they're like in cost-cutting measures. So,
right.
Maybe they could get Hogan, Hall, and Nash at Universal Studios.
Right.
Then elbows, Petey. Going for a sunset flip, but Kazarian holds. Petey's helping Kazarian, and he pinned Lynn. Lynn's been eliminated.
Whoa.
Good job.
Okay, so now we're down to Amazing Red, Petey Williams, and Frankie Kazarian. Not a bad trio of guys to be number 1 contender.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, my. Why? That's how Amazing Red gets hurt. Jeez.
It was like a reverse wheelbarrow DDT combination.
Oh, God. So stupid. Red kicks out, of course. Oh, my God. I can't wait for your notes next week. Amazing Red separated his shoulder. He'll be out. Petey with some elbows. Kazarian choking. Now they're following the rules in a triple threat match. Okay.
Hey, dude, why not?
Gotta tag in. That's stupid. When you're down to 3, there's no point in tagging. 4 people, I could understand, but 3, no. Snap suplex here by Kazarian. Tags back in Williams. Well, see, now he's signaling. I'm telling you, man. Shut up, I'm doing it. Kazarian throws Red into Petey.
Oh!
Petey hits the Canadian Destroyer on Amazing Red. That's
The
first
crowd
time
popped pretty big for it.
They did. That move is now a transition move in professional wrestling. It was at one point a finishing move. 1, 2. Oh,
Not this
Kazarian
match.
turns on Petey.
Wave of the future, and he eliminates him.
Oh my goodness. Now we're down to just Red and Kazarian.
Swerve. That's right, he swerved him.
Damn it, TNA.
We're down to Red and Kazarian here. Mike Posey doing a great job tonight.
Under 2 minutes left in the show. Who is going to win the
Back to the future? Nope. Countered.
Oh, Code Red. 1, 2. Oh, kicks out at 2. Red's got to win his return match, right?
Right.
I mean, we're not
There's no way.
Come on, Red.
Wave of the future, counter. Nope. Rolls through. Sweeps the leg.
Standing shooting star. Red Star press.
Red Star press.
And he
he got it.
There you go. All right.
Wow.
So you know what? Maybe Amazing Red should just get hurt. Return after 8 months, get a win, get hurt again, come back after 8 months, get a win. He'll be undefeated.
There we go. Wait a second.
What is this?
We're cutting to the backstage. There's a brawl between. Is it all the guys in that 4-way last week? It looks like it.
Looks like Abyss there. That's Styles. There's Raven. So yes. There's Ron Killings right there, yeah. Where's Sting? Where's the Enforcer?
I don't know. Sting really should be out here breaking this up right now. It's next week. The road to the steel cage next week. Raven. The truth. We're on like a little road graphic. Abyss. AJ Styles. Special Enforcer. Sting.
No picture of Sting, just the Scorpion logo. This week. All right. And that wraps it up. Dallas, I am going to say I think I enjoyed that.
I did too, Bob. That's a thumbs up show right there. With the tag tournament half of the show, and we liked that much. It was a good start to the tournament.
It did not drag at all. Really.
No,
I don't think it did.
No, I think that was a very easy watch for that show. I really did enjoy it. I like, they definitely seemingly toned down on super long segments, I feel like. Maybe I'm just thinking maybe this week. I mean, there's a couple here and there, but they don't feel like, oh God. Like,
no, I mean, the Chris Harris interview definitely dragged, because like he was going for like 2 minutes, and then he's just like, he said a word that was like, so, and then there was another long-winded story, and I was like, oh my God. So that was a bit dragged down there, but no, I thought solid episode. Sting unannounced, okay, whatever.
Well, yeah, what the heck? Cool.
And I think next week's 4-way with Sting as an enforcer, that is a strong main event to be like, I'm gonna check it out and see what they're gonna do.
Right, I totally agree, and I'm really looking forward to it because I think that there's potential that's going to be like a really good 4-way match.
Yeah, I think that could be pretty solid there. So I can't complain about that.
Well, I hope everyone else is excited to keep following along with us. We are, Bob, we're flying through 2004 right now. Absolutely flying.
It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And if you are a TNA fan, you know there's some real exciting shit coming up. And I'm really excited for it. So I hope you stay along on the journey with us. And I already mentioned it before, but make sure you're following us on our Twitter page at Cross the Line TNA. You can like us over on Facebook at TNA Cross the Line Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel that may or may not be updated with the episodes. Well, if you're listening, wherever you find your favorite podcast, that don't matter. But subscribe to us. Support us anyways. It's just more fun that way.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of another new era of TNA. We've been through several new eras.
Yeah, we really have.
But we're on the cusp of another one, and it's an era that one of my earliest memories for TNA wrestling. So that would be a lot of fun to relive it. And it's stuff that I legitimately have not seen 20 years or however long.
There's some stuff coming up, man. I mean, it's going to be every week. It's going to be like, man, I'm in the feels right now because there's some stuff that truly changed what I liked about wrestling coming up. The TNA, what I found, the true alternative for me, we're getting there. We're very, very close, and I cannot wait to watch it in context with the past 2 years that we've been watching. Yeah. I mean, it's really going to be crazy. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope everyone's been enjoying that as well. And if you have, leave us a review if you could. That'd be awesome. We'd like to know what you guys think about the show. We appreciate all the interactions over on our social media pages, but leave us a review where you listen to your podcast. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. We appreciate the growing numbers of our episodes. So however you have found us, thank you for joining us and sticking around. I also want to throw it out there. If we get enough requests, Dallas and I will, in fact, read the RF video chat log.
Oh, God, no.
Justice. It will be a bonus episode.
Like this, Bob? Why do you got to end it like this?
It will be a bonus episode. So be on the lookout for that. So if you want that, just hit us up on Twitter, and we can act it out. It'll be uncensored as well. We will read every last detail.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. We'll talk about it off air.
All right. Worth a shot, folks. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, next week, it's a 4-way. With the winner facing the number one contender to get the real number one contendership to then get in a cage with Jeff Jarrett. So until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.